यहाँ पे किस तरीके से मिल को हैंडल करता है। दोनों टीमें आमने सामने। रज़ाक यहाँ पे डाउन किया गया। रज़ाक विद दैट एमएनटीवी बॉट के पास भी और था, बट रज़ाक ने M10 का बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा यहाँ पे इस्तेमाल किया। शैजी के हाथ में आप देख सकते हैं टॉमी है, सामने है एस्ट्रो के पास यूएमपी रिलोड पे लगी। मोइन ऑलरेडी डाउन हो चुके हैं। साइलेंट शॉट इस दोनों टीमें काफी ज्यादा ओपन के साथ। एस्ट्रो विद दैट यूएमपी शैजी को भी डाउन किया गया है। एक 3 प्लेयर डाउन, लास्ट प्लेयर इज एस्ट्रो फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस। इतना ओपी फाइट। रज़ाक इसी के साथ इज़हान को भी खत्म करते हैं। देखते हैं यहाँ पे एस्ट्रो अपनी टीम को बचा पाते हैं, यानी बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन 1v3 का सिचुएशन यहाँ पे आ चुका है। मुझे लगता है इसी के साथ एक्सीडियस वो पहली टीम होगी मेरी जो खत्म होगी यहाँ से।
बट सिंह भी दूसरे साइड पे डाउन हो चुका है। रज़ाक की बात करें आए जरूर M10 के पास है, शॉटगन का शॉट करने की कोशिश करेंगे। फाइनली कंफर्म किया और इसी के साथ सबसे पहली स्क्वाड EXT की स्क्वाड इस मैच से बाहर जाते हैं और मुझे लगता है इसी के साथ उनका सपना भी यहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगा।
गॉड जोकर काफी कम एचपी के थे, अभी हील अप करेंगे लेकिन देखा कैसे नहीं। विवेक जैंट के AK-47 को ऊपर भी डैमेज डील करते हुए जा रहे हैं। शॉटगन का शेल लगा, ही विल बी एलिमिनेटिंग आउट एसएल के प्लेयर्स एंड गॉड जोकर 1v3 का फाइट। यहां पे सेटअप में ग्लू वाला अप्लाई करना जरूरत है। सौरभ ऊपर से उतरेंगे, नीचे एक नॉक कर दिया है गॉड जोकर को। 1v3 का फिर से सिचुएशन बनता हुआ जा रहा है। इस पास है मैन पावर साइलेंटली लाउड की स्क्वाड। मेजी
टेक्निकल ने ऑलरेडी स्पॉट कर लिया था नेट, वहां से निकलते हुए 4v3 का इस वक्त सिचुएशन है। चौथा प्लेयर कहां है वो देखना पड़ेगा। ओके ओपनर दूसरे साइड पे है तो सही ओपनिंग करने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं। 2 प्लेयर टीम नंबर 8 के BNK के बहुत ज्यादा दूर है, वहां से एंगल निकालने की अगर कोशिश करें मुझे लगता है टीम नंबर 8 का यस ओपनर जिसकी मैं बात कर रहा था वो ओपनिंग कर सकते थे। सलमान को उन्होंने स्पॉट किया, डाउन करने की कोशिश, बट माफिया M82 का शॉट 7S के युवा को डाउन किया। 7S का भी अब एक आखिरी प्लेयर सर्वाइव करे और VNK का भी एक प्लेयर डाउन हो चुका है।
बिल्कुल सही। 7 शॉट्स एंड ओल्ड जनरेशन काफी ज्यादा मुश्किल आ चुके हैं, बट फिलहाल के BNK गेमिंग के गुची को डाउन किया था बालकनी में, जल्दी से उनको रिवाइव मिला है। अब आ चुकी है नीचे टीम ऑलरेडी। आप देखिए एंटर कर चुकी है FTH की टीम पूरी तरीके से 4v4। सलमान बहुत ज्यादा लेट आ चुके हैं, लेट हुए। ओमान भी यहाँ पे नीचे आके शॉट यहाँ पे डील किए जा रहे हैं। इसी के साथ हम देख सकते हैं हसन डाउन हुए, सलमान भी डाउन हुए। पूरी इस तरह से 2 प्लेयर डाउन हो चुके हैं इस टाइम पे। डार्क फाइटर्स के 1 प्लेयर यहाँ पे डाउन हो चुका है। ओमान का 2v2 का यहाँ पे फाइट है। अब मुझे लगता है यहाँ से भागने वाले हैं दोनों प्लेयर।
2v3 का सिचुएशन, बट हामद अंदर क्यों गए? वहां पे आराम से निकल सकते थे। डाउन किए गए, सलमान को भी यहाँ पे डाउन किया गया। पूरी से कंफर्म करेंगे ओमान के बाद के डाउन, उनको रिवाइव कर दिया जाएगा। एक आखिरी प्लेयर इस वक्त बचेंगे और मुझे लगता है उनको भी यहाँ पे स्पॉट करा जा सकता है, बट VNK सबसे ज्यादा किल्स लेते हुए 3 किल।
मुझे लगता है उनका सफर खत्म हो चुका है। दोनों गेम बहुत ज्यादा वीक परफॉर्मेंस एंड वो यहाँ पे खत्म हो चुके हैं Qualcomm Snapdragon से, बट फिलहाल के लिए टीम नंबर 4 जो कि हिंद की टीम है ओपी खेलती है, माफिया से उनको या 3 किल है। इनके सामने टीम नंबर 3 जो कि ओल्ड जनरेशन है वो टीम का फाइट देखते हैं क्या होने वाला है। ऋतिक स्टार शॉट यहाँ पे डेल कर रहे थे, बट ऐसे नॉक नहीं काम है। उसके सामने इंजीनियर को ऋतिक स्टार ने M1837 से डाउन किया। आपको इसका बता दी ये टीम एक बार अगर हिंदन कर आ गई बहुत अच्छा एंड कुछ अच्छा
टीम में वो आपके पास बेहतरीन पोजीशन, बट एक नेड आता है। ओके नेड लॉन्चर रेटस डेडली, एक नेड से पूरी तरह से एक टीम वाइप आउट हो सकती थी, बट टीम नंबर किसी तरह से एक सर्वाइव कर जाता है टीम नंबर 3 की तरफ से। बट टीम नंबर 4 के लिए कहा है सीधे टीम नंबर 6 के ऊपर कुछ शॉट फायर करने जरूरत है। एक सडनली अटैक वेपन इन दिस बैटलफील्ड, बट टीम नंबर 1 की मैं बात करना चाहूंगा वो सबसे बेहतरीन पोजीशन पे सर्कल का हो जाए एंड हाई ग्राउंड भी उनके पास रहेगा। बट एट द एंड SBD को यूज करते हुए एक और प्लेयर एलिमिनेट हमें होते हुए देखने को मिले।
ये फाइट जो अब होने वाली है 3v3 की फाइट, कौन सी टीम यहाँ पे बुया निकालेगी? दोनों आमने सामने, रन गेमिंग या हिंद। बट इसी के साथ 20 डाउन हुए ऋतिक स्टार के द्वारा। 2v3 का सिचुएशन आ चुका है हमारे सामने।
हिंद गेमिंग ब्लैकबियर्ड फॉर मी, बैट विल बी हिंद गेमिंग। बट इस पास से हर तरफ से खेल लेती है। तीमो को ऑफ एंगल निकलेगा एंड उसके ऊपर फायर भी करना चाहेगा। आईवीआर जेआर को भी शॉट फायर करके कहते हैं तीमो विद दैट क्लोनेबिलिटी, तीमो को एलिमिनेट कर लिया जाएगा। बट आईवीआर के जेआर को भी एलिमिनेशन पे जूझना पड़ेगा ना एट द एंड। जैसे मैं बोला था हिंद गेमिंग इट इज।
का शॉट विद दैट ग्रोजा याई को डाउन किया, पूरी से कंफर्म किया। ब्लास्ट अभी भी नीचे के साइड पे एसवीडी उनके पास है। M2 भी दूसरे प्लेयर के पास, क्या यहां पे कामयाब हो पाएंगे या फिर नहीं? देवेश को यहां पे डैमेज पड़ा, 29 एचपी में जिंदा रहते थे, बट पीछे के साइड से गॉड जोकर जो अकेले बचे थे अपनी टीम से, उन्होंने दोनों प्लेयर्स को डाउन किया और खुद जोन के बाहर यहां पे डाउन हो चुके हैं ब्लैकबियर्ड।
बिल्कुल सही, यहां पे पुशर्स का भी खत्म हो गया इस गेम से। बट MYM 3 मैन स्क्वाड, रज़ाक फिर से आए, M2 भी ब्लास्ट आउट, विकी ग्रोजा से निंजा को खत्म किया गया। साइलेंटली लाउड बिल्कुल चुप्पे चाप नहीं मार रही है, चीख के 11 किल ऑलरेडी। रज़ाक को आप देखिए 7 किल कर चुके हैं। 2 टीमें 4 प्लेयर, 3v1 का सिचुएशन। MYM अकेले प्लेयर, 1 HP बचे हुए। इसी के साथ यहाँ पे गेम लेके जा रही है साइलेंटली लाउड। बूया नो डाउट सेकंड में हमने बहुत अच्छा गेम प्ले दिखाया, अमेजिंग, बट बूया साइलेंटली लाउड एंड रज़ाक वाज टोटली ऑन फायर इन दिस गेम।
बट इसी के साथ टीम यूनिवर्स की स्क्वाड भी खत्म होती हुई 4v4 का सिचुएशन 7 सेकंड और उसके बाद जोन चलेगा सेंटर के साइड की। अगर मैं बात करूं तो टीम नंबर 3 ज्यादा क्लोज है सेंटर से, बट सारे जो प्लेयर्स है टीम में ऊपर के उतरने की कोशिश करेंगे। दूसरे के साइड पे है तो से रज़ाक अभी भी ऊपर के साइड पे लॉन्चर का इस्तेमाल करा जा सकता है। MP49 के पास है तो से एस्ट्रो दूसरे साइड पे शॉट कर लेके पूरी तरीके से तैयार भी की, वो भी दूसरे साइड से रोटेट कर रहे हैं। साथ ही ग्लू वॉल उन्होंने लगाया है चारों तरफ से। मोनिश केवल ग्लू वॉल्स हमें देखने को मिल रहे हैं। क्या यहाँ पे कौन सी स्क्वाड मुझे निकल के जाएगी थोड़ी देर में हमें पता चलेगा। बट ईशान एक फंस गए, जोन के बाहर है तो जरूर, बट टोनी को यहाँ पे डाउन किया गया। एसएल की स्क्वाड के पास बोया बहुत ज्यादा आसानी से पहुंचता हुआ, क्योंकि जोन के बाहर फंस चुकी थी पूरी EX की स्क्वाड। मोनिश,
जिस टीम की मैं बात कर रहा था, रन गेमिंग बिल्कुल टॉप पे अभी भी बैठे हुए। लास्ट गेम में भी ये लोग सेकंड आए थे, यहाँ पे भी आप देखिए टॉप 5 में आज में कुछ किल जरूर इन्होंने बटोरे होंगे। ऊपर से टीम इंजन पे मेरी बहुत ज्यादा नजर थी, 8 किल निकाल चुके। रन गेमिंग की बात देखिए टॉप 5 में भी आ गए फिर से। टीम स्ट्रेंजर्स और फिर यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट हो गए, बट रन गेमिंग 6 किल एंड इन टॉप 3। इसी के साथ पैराट्रूप भी निकल चुके। 7 शॉट्स के बैंडिट ने यहाँ पे एक और प्लेयर को डाउन किया। 3 टीमें 6 प्लेयर, और मुझे लगता है रन गेमिंग यहाँ पे आ चुके हैं। मुश्किल में ये गेम ले जा रही है टीम हिंद,
लेकिन इस बार से रन गेमिंग के ऊपर ध्यानी नजर रखो ब्लैकबर्ड, क्योंकि ओटी वाईटी प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट्स ग्रैब करने की कोशिश कर जरूर रहे हैं। ऑलरेडी उनके पास फुल एचपी है, इस बार एचपी की फाइट होने वाली है। इन्फिनिटी किसी तरह से हील अप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट इन्फिनिटी हैज बीन नॉक्ड आउट। ओटी वाईटी सर्वाइव कर लेंगे। लुक एट दिस, ओह माय गॉड, रन गेमिंग, ओह माय गॉड।
भाई साहब यहाँ पे आपने एक चीज देखी, रन
टीम ब्लास्टर के 2 प्लेयर बचे हुए। स्टोन की बात करें वो यहाँ पे डाउन हो चुके हैं, बट इस वक्त जोन के अंदर निकलना काफी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा। एक अकेली टीम तो जोन के अंदर है, थोड़ा सा जंप शॉट देके शॉट करने की कोशिश करेंगे। सूरी डबल वेक्टर उनके पास है। सामने के साइड पे टीम नंबर 12 की पूरी स्क्वाड, एक नेड आया TNB स्टोनर के बहुत ही ज्यादा क्लोज, बट इस वक्त वेक्टर लेके घुसेंगे। गेमिंग वाईटी तमिलियन को डाउन कर चुके हैं, बट अभी हम बात करें तो इनसेन तो पूरी तरीके से उन्होंने फिनिश करा है। मोनिश
25 एचपी पे बचे हुए TNB गेमिंग किसी तरह से अपने टीममेट को रिवाइव, ओके उन्हें भी एलिमिनेट कर लिया जाता है। अभी के लिए उनके टीममेट को रिवाइवल करने की जरूरत थी, बट सर्टेनली उन्होंने एलिमिनेशन बना लिया। दिवेश को यहाँ पे रिवाइवल नहीं मिल पाई, बट स्टिल आवर टीममेट 23 प्लेयर्स अलाइव। बट मैं कहना चाहूंगा जो फाइट इस बार ली गई थी, एक नेड आया बट स्टिल उन्होंने खुद को सर्वाइव करवाया, बट स्टोनर को एट द एंड उन्हें भी नॉकआउट मिलेगा।
ओ सूरी दूसरे साइड से आते हुए फाइनल शॉट उन्होंने कनेक्ट करा। स्काउट ओपी ग्राउंड किया, बट अब इस वक्त जोन के अंदर निकलना पड़ेगा। सूरी की आप एचपी देखो कितनी ज्यादा कम है। पीछे साइड से फाइनल शॉट आया टीम नंबर 11 के प्लेयर का। जीजा जी विद दैट वुड पेकर डाउन किया सूरी को, पूरी तरीके से उन्होंने खत्म भी कर दिया। बट पीछे से टीम नंबर 8 का फाइनल शॉट।
टॉप यहाँ पे किल्स में आ चुके हैं, किल लीडर बन चुके हैं, बट यहाँ पे वेक्टर्स का मुझे नहीं समझ आया कैसे एक बार में खत्म हुए। फिलहाल के लिए हम देख सकते हैं सामने एचपी प्रो यहाँ पे रन गेमिंग ने 4 किल निकाला है। इनके प्लेयर्स भी चारों बचे हैं। ओटीवाईटी बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ पे डैमेज देते हुए। थीमो ने यहाँ पे बीएसएस पार्ट को डाउन किया। जोन में कोई भी नहीं है, सब एज ऑफ द जोन में। देखते हैं 4 टीम में 9 प्लेयर, कौन सी टीम पहले गेम में आपको लेके जाती है।
पैराट्रूपर्स की बात करें वहां पे एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे। इसी के साथ जूनियर जेआर को वहां पे M2B का शॉट डाउन किया। इसी के साथ उनको कंफर्म किया। जोन की बात करें तो टीम नंबर 8 जोन के अंदर, टीम नंबर 6 जोन के अंदर निकल जाएगी। फाइनल सर्कल यहाँ पे आता हुआ 28 सेकंड। गुच्ची की बात क्या अकेले बचे अपनी टीम से टॉप 3 में पहुंचाए उन्होंने जरूर। गुच्ची को यहाँ पे स्पॉट किया, अपने आप को फटाफट से हील करा जाएगा। 3 टीमें 8 प्लेयर अभी भी सर्वाइव करे, बट जिस तरीके से रन गेमिंग यहाँ पे खेल रहे, स्टार्टिंग में हमने इनकी बात करी थी 6 किल अभी भी निकाला। सामने के साथ टीम नंबर 6 स्पॉट करा VSS का शॉट, बट एक नेड 3 प्लेयर यहाँ पे डाउन हो सकते थे। सामने के साइड पे एक और नेड आया, उस नेड लॉन्चर से या फिर उन्होंने नेड करा ग्लू वॉल। ब्लैकबीयर्ड अगर ग्लू वॉल नहीं होता 4 के 4 प्लेयर यहीं पे डाउन हो सकते थे।
ये देखिए ग्लू वॉल हटा, 3 प्लेयर डाउन हो चुके। 4v3v1 का सिचुएशन था, बट टीम एक बार में यहाँ पे डाउन कर दिया। अब आ चुका है सिचुएशन 3v1 टीम नंबर 6 एंड
जोन के बाहर।
इसी के साथ यहाँ पे रन गेमिंग का भी सफर खत्म होता हुआ, और पहले गेम में एचपी प्रो ने यहाँ पे निकाल लिया है पूया।
The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemies without fighting. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest Free Fire Open presented to you by Qualcomm. I'm your caster, Elka FTW, and with me joining is going to be the Arka.
Thank you so much, Alika. Yes, what you said indeed is true.
Yes.
It's not always about the gunpowder. It's not always about you going face to face with the enemy for a frontal battle. It's always about how you'll be able to play with the mind games and eventually win the battle. Yesterday we saw a lot of disappointments coming in.
Yeah.
Yesterday we saw a lot of underdogs ruling and making it into the league stages. See, eventually this game of Free Fire has shocked us a lot. Tell me
Yes.
one big shocker for you out of yesterday.
Of course, it's going to be silently loud.
Yeah.
This team, they deserve the applause. I mean, they
Yeah.
moved and thrilled a lot of players as well as the audience, especially the casters. We've been watching them play in the playoffs too, but the performance they showed yesterday, it was outstanding and extremely good. Although we were quite disappointed on few of the teams. We expected old Generation 7 shot and GZ Army coming, but right now, we're quickly going to jump into the prize pool, Larka.
Yes, the prize pool is going to be 50 lakh rupees, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a total prize pool of 50 lakhs, where the first place will be getting 20 lakhs and the second place will be taking 8 lakhs. So in case you're losing the first place by 1 point, it's going to cost you 12 lakh
Yes.
rupees. And what do you have to say about that 1 point difference?
Yeah, yesterday we've seen a lot of teams couldn't get qualified because of that 1 point difference. I mean, a kill and the way you put yourself in the position of all the BO3 maps, that's quite important, because 12 lakhs, it's a huge amount of difference. And the third place will be carrying away with 5 lakh rupees, fourth with 4 lakh, and fifth with 3 lakh. And continuing, the special prizes are going to be 3 lakh rupees. I mean, who gives 3 lakh as special prizes?
I know. That is what is making this tournament different from all the others. As we look at the placement, the placement points will be depending on the points table. So let's look at the points table as how it stands. The first place, the team which is going to take Booyah is going to have 20 points in its pocket. Right behind them is going to be 17 and then 15 and then so on. But the best part is going to be the 2 points as the kill points. Every
Yeah.
kill point is going to give you a lot of, prominence, because if you have 5 kill points, you have 10 points, which is equal to standings on the 6th place. So I think kill points will really matter a lot.
Yes, sir. We've seen a lot of teams who have actually came on the, I mean, in terms of the, kills, they were in the least, but they have got a lot of, according to the position. I mean, yesterday we saw 4 confused. They came
Yeah.
third position. They didn't get the booyah. They were in the third position, although they couldn't make it to the top because there was one team
Yeah.
who made it to the top just because of the kills. So
Yeah.
number of kills, they really do matter. And they give you a lot more points compared to the normal position you get.
Yes, and the schedule for today is going to be as normal. When it comes to the playoffs 3, the first map is going to be Bermuda, then it's going to be Kalahari, and then we're going to finish it back with Bermuda. So there is a difference when it comes to Kalahari, because
Yeah.
all the teams have played playoffs too in Bermuda, so they'll know the map really well. But when it comes to Kalahari, it's going to be the game changer for everybody.
Yes.
And what is that one thing in Kalahari you feel is the most important thing for a player to focus on?
Refinery, of course, refinery. I mean, it's like a clock tower. Basically how Bermuda has the clock tower, refinery is like clock tower in Kalahari. Because from that position, you can have a lookout throughout the map. While the matchup is going to be 4 comrades, Team Olympus, Nawab Zaid, Krusty Sports, Blood Bashers 07.
Yes. And then it's going to be King's God, Devil Squad, the Globals, Rise Star, TMO, Noob Gang, and Rowdy Army. So a lot of big names coming in. We all know that 4 Comrades are the people who got 13 kills in the previous match. And King Gods also have got 13 to 14 kills. So these are the 2 top teams who are the top fraggers. If
Yes.
they're able to maintain that offense, then I think it's going to be a very strong game.
Definitely, I see a lot of good names coming out of in the matchup right there. 4 comrades, they have done very well in the playoffs too. Right now, I'm expecting each and every team to put out their dedication, because it's going to be the last round for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Most of the teams have got qualified for the league, and I mean, this playoffs has been so exciting. I can't wait for the leagues to start. I mean, right now the matches, the amount of aggression, the amount of dedication put by players itself, I got surprised. I did not expect such a play coming in by players, but going into the league stages, I think I just might have goosebumps all the day.
Yeah, we also have players like the Globals and the
Yes.
Rowdy gang, who have played a more defensive gameplay to make it into the game. They've always had least number of kills, like 7 or 6, but they did maintain to win those booyahs, due to which they were making into the next round. Let's look at the strategies of today out the game as we progress into the first game of today. It's going to be the Rise Stars who are going to be jumping off as soon as possible.
Definitely. The map is Bermuda and rest. They've actually secured Booyah in the previous playoffs as well. So I'm expecting quite a gameplay coming in from rest. Well, looks like it's going to be a very northern favorable playing path coming in right there. It's going to cut the map into two pieces, of course, with the diagonality. It has team number 8, 6, 12. I think they're looking towards the poach knock. I know there's a quite bit of a population right over there.
Yeah, this one cluster which has formed over factory will also predict a lot of things, as Bloodlust has already started his lust on blood. He's starting to take down anybody in his way. Radhe, on the other hand, is going to be running for his life. Probably he'll have to play some mind games to get over there. Radhe,
Yes.
on the other hand, will be spotted. It's going to be the last set of bullets which has to be sprayed on him so that he gets taken down, and nevertheless he gets taken down as well. There's going to be the second player who's going to come in, who
Wow.
won't be able to connect as well. So that's going to be the second Radhe boy who's going to come in behind him, and both of them have been eliminated at the beginning of the game itself.
5 seconds to the game, Bloodlust have shown his lust to the blood, taking down 2 players immediately. That is Radhe out the map, while a double kill coming in from Crust Esports. Crust Esports have been performing very well in playoffs too, and I'm definitely sure they're one of those teams who are worthy to get qualified into leagues. But let's see what's going to happen. While it's going to be Anonymous shooting down towards the Bharat. Goku for him. Can he get that kill? Because Bharat right now is down to really low HP. Goku for him. Can he get that kill? He exactly knows where the enemy is standing, but I think he is down to 0 bullets.
Yes, and on the other end, we can see the noob gang. One player is down, but still they're trying to play a little offensive because they know Bharat. And very cleverly, Goku is going for a long-range fight because he clearly knows Bharat has got a shotgun. He never got closer. And Punisher, on the other end, comes in as a backup and clears him off. But they'll also be losing a player. Anonymous was gone down a little far away from the team, and eventually
Yes.
he's going to be finished off before getting repped.
Definitely. I think team number 6, they did a great job. They've already gotten secured 3 kills into their hands. That means 6 points. Not even a minute into the game, we can see Crust Esports already crusting those enemies into their palms. Well, I think team number 6, they're making their way away from the factory, as they've quite showed a gameplay over there.
Yeah, factory is one decent place for loot, and eventually the Crusty Sports have also got the thirst of blood being fulfilled
Yes.
as well.
Especially Bloodlust.
Yes, exactly. So coming back to Clock Tower, it's going to be team number 1 who have fallen back a bit. They've selected the best spot for now because Clock Tower is going to not only give them enough number of loot, but it's also going to make them stay there for a really long time. It's going to be a little bit of a defensive gameplay which they'll have to adapt. On the other end, there's a little bit of an exchange between Team 6 and Team 8 as Duker is gone all in. He uses the Chrono Shield to put up a small, a small shield in front so that he can come around with a different angle of fire.
Yes, I mean, Joker almost had a mild heart attack right there, seeing that the entire team number 8 is standing on the above compound.
Yeah.
Well, team number 6, I think they're falling back at the moment because they do not want to take that initial fight coming there, because the quest for loot has been done and dusted, and looks like team number 8 looks quite the
Grenade.
confident right now. I mean, that grenade unfortunately does not do any damage, while team number 8 right now, they're in quite a risky position, because right now if one grenade comes in from team number 6, I think that's going to be a lot of damage for team number 8. Oh my god, this man Aman has actually taken down Bloodlust, one of the best players that Crust Esports have got. Right now Crust Esports is down and he got knocked out. Is it going to be another player? I don't think so, because the glue has been made and I think Bloodlust has been picked away.
Yes, Abhi on the other end will also get taken
What?
down because he was not, he did not depend on going back into the safe zone. Even though he revived Bloodlust, then he became a little overconfident that he can take down a player or so. He tried to rely on his offensive for a defensive gameplay, but it didn't work out for him as much. So eventually gets taken down and cleared off. This is going to be a little bit of a problem for team number 6 as well. On the other end, we can see the skirmishes have taken place in a lot of places, including the peak, and one player of team 9 right now bleeding out. He's on his knees. I don't know whether he'll be ever revived. On the other end, Sid comes in again and takes down another player. It's going to be Sid, 2 players counting and more.
Definitely, Sid, this man, he has once again proved for TE Ammo. I've already gotten 4 kills into their hands. 8 points into their hands, TE Ammo. They're doing a good job. They have entirely wiped out a squad. Sid, this man has 3 kills. I think, he is doing that major job that every player should do to their team. I mean, he's giving a lot of impact on the kill points.
I know, because three kills at the early on in the game. That means this team can now change their strategy from offensive to defensive, make sure they survive till the end, and then eventually counter out with some more kills, like 2 or 3 kills, which will be decent enough for them for a first game in terms of placement as well as skills. Because yesterday we saw few teams with consistency were able to make it into the next round, into the league stages. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of that as well. But right now, that one boon is being given to team number 11 as they step into the blue zone to take most of the loot in this game.
Definitely, I think blue zone, it contains a lot of these special treaty guns that every player is looking forward if they want to take a very good fight against their enemies. It's not only the player, it's also about the guns that they hold and make that gameplay with. While team number 11, they're in the bullseye and they've got the entire advantage of the weapons into their hands. Well, quite not sure what weapons are they carrying, but yeah. Let's move on to the other places. Looks like the zone has made it somewhere in the middle southern side. Team number 5-3, they're already in their way towards the circle, while UAV has been deployed onto team number 7. I think one of the players should have gotten spotted by the UAV.
Yeah, team number 11 having the best spot, as we already told, when it comes to the farming, because right now they're making use of the mushrooms as well. They're going to boost them up so that they can make it a little more faster into the zone. They have a long rotation to make, but one thing is for sure, they're not going to get gatekeeping, because there's going to be a lot of other teams who are trying to push to the southern part of the map, which will be even more important for them from then on.
Definitely. Team number 7, I think they're again playing that watchtower strategy. 2 players in 1-1 watchtower, and one of them is on the other side of the road. While team number 8, they're I think quite busy in looting, while most of the teams are making their way. Looks like one of the team has spotted out players going. That's team number 2 carrying away with that vehicle. Team number 4 has spotted them. I think if they fire a few more shots, the vehicle will get exploited immediately. But team number 2, they're in quite in the trouble. Arka.
Yeah, I know. Team number 2 is right now sandwiched between 2 teams. They get taken down. That is Shabby getting taken down in a very, very ruthless way, because he relied on the vehicle to go in towards clock tower, which we really know that it's going to be a tough job for him to survive from there on. I saw some grenades also coming into play on the kill feed. Couldn't register the name. But looking forward for what's happening over here, it's going to be fight between team 1 and team 7 for those kills of team number 2. Try to make it into the clock tower. It's not best to use the vehicle when it comes to this map, because Bermuda has a lot of opening when it comes closer to the compounds. A
lot of high terrains and high grounds as well, so it's quite difficult for you. While coming back, factory, looks like team number 2 has made their way inside the factory. ESPORTS, they're waiting to give away their, to get that position of team number 2, but it's going to be only one person standing. That's going to be the Vianshu for his team from the Globals.
Yeah, the Globals have already lost 3 players. That means it's going to be a lot of issue for them if they don't rely on the placement points. But coming back to what has happened over here, it's team number 1 versus team number 3, which could take off again at clock tower. But most of them would want to hold this position, this specific compound, because the zone is kind of favoring the clock tower. When you're talking about the southern shift of the zone, obviously clock tower is going to be one of those major places you want to hold on for.
Yes, Clock Tower, Factory and Peak, Bhima Sakti Strip. These are most concentrated, the last zones that you usually get. While talking team number 4, TE Ammo might have a close fight against Crust Esports. TE Ammo, they've already gotten 5 kills into the hands. And Team Crust Esports, they've been playing very well in throughout the game. While we were talking about the Clock Tower, it's going to be Restar versus Noob Gang. Noob Gang, I'm not quite sure what kind of players they are, but Restar, we know them. They are the other Gyan army that we've got in this match. Unfortunately, I think Yanami, did they make it to the leagues?
Right now, my mind is so set up into this game that I'm really not able to see whether the Gyan armies actually made it. I think they did, or I don't. Right now, I'm completely blind when it comes to that.
Yes.
Looking back into this game, now Rise Stars are having a little bit of a problem from the noob games. Even though they've lost a player, they're trying to be a little more offensive as well, because a vehicle is kept on moving around. It's going to be very easy for a person, to take down a vehicle. But for the first time, we are seeing a toolbox coming into play. An upgrade of a shield. Yeah, an upgrade of a vest also took place over there.
Definitely. I think I was about to mention that, because I've usually haven't seen players using the toolbox right there, because most of the players, they rely on taking those initial fights and finishing the game quick. But I think slow and steady wins the race, and that's what exactly Noob Gang is doing right now. This match, it's down to 10 teams, 35 players alive right now. Rest are, they still do not have any kills into the hands. They might have to go on a hunt. While team number 6 and 4, that is Cross Esports and TMO, they're still inside. Ashu, he let all the players go away, or maybe he's waiting for the backup. I'm quite not sure what is happening with TMO. You have Vision OP in TMO. You know that player, Vision OP. His vision is really overpowered. He is one of those player in the team who has gotten the potential to get more than 6 kills.
Yeah.
Can be the MVP as well.
Yeah. And on the other end, we saw how Hero Hunter started using the treatment gun against Vision. That means that Vision was being tagged by team number 6 inside of the factory. On the other end, we can see that team number 3, that is the Rise Stars, who took off from a vehicle, have ended up towards the watchtowers. And I just hope that they don't get taken down in the watchtowers either by a grenade or a sniper shot, because eventually when there's going to be a lot of team converging towards them, it's going to be a little bit of a tough decision for them to take when it comes to rotation or jumping off from that spot.
Definitely. I think team number 5, they're coming on to, from the high ground. I think they might get just spot out the players who are in the watchtower. That is from team number 7, King's Core. I mean, what is your one theory that you make sure to say to all these players who play in those watchtowers? In every match, we see that's at least one team who actually camp into the watchtowers. Well, looks like the Punisher has given the punishment to the last player standing, Divyanshu from team number 12, from Team Globals. I think Team Globals is eliminated right now, and there comes a double kill for Noob Gang.
Yeah, as we were speaking about those strategy which should be inculcated by each and every team when it comes to those watchtowers, is very simple. All you have to do is make sure that you have enough number of glue walls so that you can avoid players from stepping from those walls. You need to have enough number of health kits in case you're getting taken down. On the other end, there's one more clear thing. You need to have that chrono shields just in case. It's very simple for you to get a headshot as soon as you get revived. There is one thing in this game that as soon as you get revived, you stand up, right? Yeah. So again, when you stand up, you get a headshot, again you go down. So to avoid that, either you need a chrono shield or a glue wall, and eventually you should have the capability of a frontal battle. You need to make sure that every shot connects to the enemy so that they don't step up closer to you.
Definitely, this circle has been made. Looks like the UAV has spotted out team number 7 and 5, and this circle has made its way to the northern side of a factory. Looks like again it might be a no compound zone. Quite not sure about it. While Chrono, talking about Chrono, I think it's one of the best updates that Free Fire has given. Chrono, this man, it's like a default character that every team has right now. The squad, DJ Alok, Chrono, and most probably Kelly sometimes. Team number 7, 5, the UAV has been deployed by them in the, a few seconds ago. Right now, I think their positions have been given away, while it's going to be TMO, Cross Esports still stuck in the factory. Although the zone is favoring them, team number 1, Noob Gang, they were trying their level best to get into the factory, because if they come into the zone, they have to take fight against 2 teams, that is Cross Esports and TMO. Right now, the leading kills is into the hands of TMO with 5 kills, King's God with 2, Team Olympus with 1, and Blood Bashes with 1, and unfortunately Pratyush has taken down 1 player. Well, it's going to be team number 5 versus 11. Only 2 players left from team number 11, having a fight against an entire squad from team number 5. I mean, you need guts to do that play, man.
Yeah, I know. It's the one of the strongest teams we ever know. It's Team TOP, the Team Olympus, They're very good at firepower. They exactly know their guns. They know how to maintain the recoil. Most of them rely on M60, the best gun to use for mid-range and long-range battles.
Yeah.
When it comes to close range, we also know that they're very much capable of throwing those glue walls in front of them. So eventually, that is one team you shouldn't want to face off at the beginning. But one small speculation I want to put up over here. It's important for team number 4 to right now move away from the factory, or else they'll have to fight a team which is inside as well as the zone. So it's going to be a bit of an issue for them.
Definitely. Meanwhile, Legend, he has taken down one of the players from Rowdy. That is only 2 players left. for COMRADES. Finally, they've come into the play. Once one kill into the hands, they're having a battle against team number 11, but it's only one player fighting. That's going to be Legend from team number 10. I think he requires immediate backup from his teammates. While team number 10, they're at the high ground. They're waiting, and both of the players have been taken down by Katu. That, one shot, two birds. Did you ever hear that saying? That's exactly what we've been seeing right now.
Kato is going for the grenade as well. I think this grenade is easily going to connect, but doesn't connect. I don't know. There's one spot over there which is holding off. It's not going to allow anybody to give him those shots. That would be the best way for Matt to sit right now. We can see some grenade launchers coming into play as well. Sid was able to take down one player, but then team number 1 comes out with something new. 2 players of TMO have been going down. That means Hunter and Sid won't be making it to the further rounds of the game. This is what I was speaking about, TMO making it to the zone. In case they do not, they'll have to face not one but 2 teams and eventually get taken down. Vision OP is down as well. That is left out with Anurag, the last player. Another grenade not connecting well. So Crust Esports right now making the best use of this terrain because they have been holding this spot for a really long time and they know very well how to play over here.
Simultaneously, Team Rowdy has been eliminated, Arka. That's quite a very sad moment for us. Well, Vision OP, he's one of those best players that Team Ammo have got, but unfortunately, he gets taken down. Anurag couldn't give that backup, and I think he's the lone survivor from team number TEMO, while Top Shetty is having a very tough fight against a Legend right there. Shubham immediately taking a shot onto the team. 8 teams left, 72 players alive. Legend right now, he has a lot of things to do. 4 comrades. Katu is actually shielding himself with that chrono. Will it be any helpful? Because Legend right now, he's running for the life. 4 comrades, they have still 4 men standing. But team number 5, there's only one player who's outside the zone and he's actually surviving there. I don't know how he's doing that against 2 teams, team number 7 and 10.
Shetty will not be making into the zone if I'm not wrong because it's going to be very tough for them. On the other end, we can see that Team Olympus have been aced out. One of the biggest shockers in this match will obviously be that they were one of the strongest teams we were speaking about, but eventually gets aced out. Crust Esports on the other end as the maximum view of the terrain right now. They're going all in. They're going to make use of the plasma gun, which doesn't need any kind of ammo. You just need to wait for it to cool down and then you can go back with it. So the Duker has used the best gun over there right now, but the others will be aiming for those headshots probably.
All the teams standing in the factory, I think they're working against the clock. It's only just few seconds away. That is only 7 seconds left for the danger zone again to come back into the play, while it's going to shrink and it's going to push all the players into the open ground. While I think the battle has already begun. Team Rayastar, they have their eyes on to team number 1. That's going to be Noob Gang. While it's going to be quite a fight coming in for team Rayastars. They've taken down one team. One player that is going to be punished down, while Headsign takes another one that is punished down. Yeah, GP, this team, they're waiting. Rasta, they only have 1 kill, and there comes the second one. Crust Esports versus the Rastar. I think Crust Esports, they have the advantage, but team number 8, they're still standing. They're up and going. So it's 3 teams left in a very small circle. I mean, I think it's the longest teams left alive.
Yeah. It's actually 4 teams who are alive right now. Gyan Army will be one of, Rystars will be one of those teams who do not want to take a fight, but eventually they go for it, and Hunter will be the last player standing right now. Duker and Ashur all against him. Gyan Hunter will be the last player who will be targeted by 2 other teams. So this is going to be a bit of an issue for them to move on into this game because they have not had enough number of kills as well. On the other end, it's Crust Esports with 7 kills in their pocket, probably the highest by any team as of now. They're pushing in slowly. We'll see what's going to happen when they have to face off Team 8. That's going to be 3v2.
Yes, King Scott, Crust Esports and Noob Gang. These are the 3 teams that are standing inside the circle, while it's only 2 players left from coming in from Team Crust Esports. They've got 7 kills and they've taken down 1 player, not 1 but 2 players. And there comes his zone, wiping out all the players outside, and Bled Basher 07 have been eliminated, taking away that booyah. Is going to be Crust Esports with 8 kills, almost Duker, Bloodlust, and diving into their hands. I mean, this team, Crust Esports, they outplayed. There were only 2 players left, but they made it to the booyah.
Yeah, I know. I just really love the way Crust Esports were able to execute that, because eventually after Rystars got taken out, there was one last player of Rystars. They did not want to go into the zone. They made use of the glue walls. They know that they are the people who are closest to the zone and they don't have anybody on their right. All they had to depend and defend is on the left side for the kills. So eventually what did they do? They made sure they put up the glue walls. They don't go further. They're like, wait, let Team 8 and T7 take those fights. And eventually they'll have to fight not only the zone as well as each other. Then eventually they came into the zone at the right time and cleared it off for a booyah. And for others who are watching over there, to win some diamonds, my friend is going to take you through what you have to do.
Definitely. I think you don't have to do much. It's just quite an easy step. You have to go down to the chat in the English stream and type Conquest space your UID in the chat, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to carry away 1060 diamonds in Free Fire. If you're a Free Fire player, then you definitely know the worth of 1060 diamonds. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, because it's only going to give you more advantage, because it's not one day of giveaway. It's going to be giveaway throughout the tournament till the finale.
Yeah, I know. And not only that, in the finale, we could expect something more than diamonds.
Whoa.
We won't be promising you that right now, but in case you're staying over there and you'll be able to get those things, I'm sure that you guys are going to be happy about it. Yeah, as she already told, there's a life hack coming up. All you have to do is subscribe and then go and do it on the chat, because there's going to be a lot of chances for you winning this. Coming back into the game, there was one other team which stood out against everybody. That were the Blood Bashers. You know, they came up with almost got around 7 kills in their pocket, even though they came in late for the fight. I think they're still holding out that strategy of defense to offense.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, let's just quickly jump into the highlights. Well, Crusty Esports have got the first blood beautifully. This man, Bloodlust, got 2 kills into his hands, eliminating team number 6. While Blood Bashers, the team we've been talking about, they had a tough fight against Crusty Esports, where one of the players, that is Abhi Divine, was taken down. That was a very tough situation for Crusty Esports. While Noob Game, they've got a beautiful headshot into the hands. Team Olympus, they try their level best. While this comes to play, 4 comrades, Kadu taking down 2 players down at the same time. Fi Addiction doing his level best, 4 comrades. I think this team, they almost made it to the top 5, but unfortunately got eliminated immediately. And Crusty Sports, the last game, the last zone, the way they have outplayed team number 8 and 7, and there comes the clean wipeout from Crusty Sports, making it to the Booyah into their hands. Blood Bashers, they made it to the 2nd position. The only disadvantage Blood Bashers had was the zone. I mean, Crusty Sports, they were moving through the zone inside the circle, but Blood Bashers, they were left behind the trees. I think that was the only mistake left. And you know, the most important thing is that Crusty Sports, there were only 2 players left. It was a 2 versus 8 situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? It was a 4v2 situation. And let's look back who's going to be the most valuable player. Obviously, it's going to be Subbu, one player from the Blood Bashers who's going to have 5 kills in his pocket. I'll tell you why it's so obvious for them. Eventually, they were the last team who came into the circle for some fights. They did not care about their health going down because of the zone. They made sure they connect those shots. They make sure that they give enough number of damage and grab those kills, which is more important for them than the placement points, because eventually they were in the top 3 and that was enough for them.
Yes, and the second player is going to be Sid. We've been talking about from TEMO, 4 kills, 1650 damage, 2 headshots. Third is going to be Ashu from Crusty Esports, 3 kills, 1957 damage. I think the highest damage the entire scoreboard has right now, with 2 headshots. Fix Ericsson from Team King Scott with 3 kills, 1533 damage and 1 headshot. And last but not least, it's going to be Legend IGL with for coming in from 4 comrades with 3 kills, 1435 damage and 1 headshot. I think the most amount of damage was taken by Ashu from Crusty Sports.
Yeah, obviously, because they were the last team to survive. So eventually they'll go in for those kills. Let's look at the points table, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Crusty Sports dominating in the first game. It's because of that one placement points they're able to reach up to 36 points, even though they had 8 kills, which was very much equivalent to the Blood Bashers. And then comes King's God, because I never thought that they'll come up so much. My eyes were set on 4 COMRADES who almost had 5 kills. Then TM also had 6 kills. So I thought that they'll want to push, be it a little safe. As I'd already predicted, TMO had to push into the zone a little earlier. They chose to do it late and eventually ended up in the 6th spot.
Coming in from the kills, I think from the fragging department, TMO did a very good job right there. And even Blood Bashers, Crusty Sports, they've been playing aggressively since the beginning of the matches from the initial stages. Well, it's going to be quite a question coming in from King's God and Noob Gang. It was actually Noob Gang, team number 1, who made it till the top 3. But unfortunately, right now, they're not in the top 3. It was King's God who took away that position with 7-point lead.
Yeah, obviously, you need to have kills, right? We have always seen throughout the tournament, it's not always about you coming in the placement. It's also about you trying to make those, kills, enough number of points on the kills, as well as enough number of points on the placement as well. We saw, right, 2 teams having the same number of kills, but eventually because of the placement point, we saw 1 team standing on the top. But keeping all these aside, it's going to be the second map which is going to come out with a different outcome, obviously, because it's going to be Kalahari. For the first time, this group is going to be playing in Kalahari against one another.
Definitely. I mean, Bermuda, it had a lot of competition right now, but Kalahari, this is quite gonna be a different game for all the players and the all the strategies they've built up, especially the IGLs. They have been having a difficult situation right now in Kalahari. Yesterday also we've been seeing in playoffs 3, group 1 and 2, that players, they have played very differently in Bermuda and Kalahari. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, when the map changes, the terrain changes, the entire strategy changes, but it was quite different from Bermuda. You know, the
Yeah.
number of kills or the players positioning, their gameplay, passive aggressive.
Yeah. So it's important for you to balance through all of it. You know, even though you have a passive gameplay or you have an aggressive gameplay, all you have to do is just, you know, your IGL should know that this is the time for my team to rush in. This is the time for me. When they've got 4 to 5 kills in their pocket, it's obviously they want to go in defensive. Most of the teams are not doing that. Very less teams have gone in complete aggressive and
Yeah.
won the matches.
Now let's get some aggressive into the hands, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up your seats because it's going to be the map number 2. Kalahari taking down at the map right now. Looks like the playing path is quite the normal. No complications. Well, it's going to be the players who are giving up a little bit heart attack for me, because team number 8, they're down to the Shrines, Bayfront. And I think nobody is going for the Bayfront right now, while as we know that it's going to be Refinery with already down to the 6th team.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be Krusty Sports who've been taking away the Refinery, while Bloodlust, he's a bit away from his team, while there's no team, there's no team nearby them. Team number 1 there at Mammoth, team number 5, 2, 7, they've got pretty normal positions. So we cannot see, it's quite difficult for us to see the initial fights coming from any of the teams. Unlike the last map, we've seen Krusty Sports, Bloodlust taking down 2 players.
Yeah, I know, but I always love what team number 11 is doing. They're always landing on the blue zone. They wait for the blue zone to appear and then eventually they go in over there. Because once you have blue zone advantage where you have so much number of resources within yourself, it's obviously easy for you to fight out till the end. I don't know how much they're going to execute it in this match, because in the previous match they were able to execute to an extent. It was not a complete execution, as we were speaking about the early skirmish which is happening over here. It's going to be team 2 versus team number 10. 2 players of team 2 will be taking down 1 player of team number 10, where one has a gun and another doesn't. Due to which, right now team number 10 was able to knock him out with the fist for the first time ever. It is going to be the Vyanshu who's taking down Kato with the fist and eventually looting him up so that he knows that he's going to get few number of guns from there.
Yeah, I don't know why they took that decision. I don't know why Kathu have jumped at the very bad positioning where he had no backup at all. Well, the Globals, they'll be securing the first kill with the fist in his hand. That's going to be the Vyanshu making it out and playing for his team. The Rich right now has the entire control of the Globals, where one of the players from 4 Comrades has been taken down. Unfortunately, while Kathu, he performed very well in the previous match. Now, right now, I'm expect there's a responsibility on Legends and Bad Boys' shoulders. They are the only ones who can carry away this game into the top 5 position for Team 4 Comrades. If they do not make it, I'm sorry, I don't think they'll be making it to the league stages.
Yeah, but they have to they have to come up with something very miraculous, like what we saw Team IND did. X Factor, the last game they secured more than 35 points and suddenly made it up when they were at 8th or 9th position in the points table. Hoping to see something like that happening on the last game. As of now, it's Team Tiamo who will have to make it a little more above into the points table, because they had enough number of kills, but that placement points will actually matter for them. For now, all I have to say is that I really need to wait for those small skirmishes which has to take place.
Definitely. Devil Squad right now, they've gotten control of Old Hampton. Team number 9, not even a kill coming into their hands, while it's actually quite difficult for them to quest for the loot. Team number 11, they're looking quite the confident. Right now, there's one question I would like to ask you, Arka.
Yeah.
What's that one thing which actually stand out Kalahari from Bermuda?
It's obviously going to be the firepower from each team, because Kalahari is so much of an open ground. It's so much of a terrain based game rather than Bermuda. Bermuda, you have a lot of trees where you can take cover. There's a lot of compound very close by one another, but when it comes to Kalahari, you can see, right, there's so many stones, there are very less trees, so you need to have some good kind of firepower where you'll be able to see some enemies' heads and take them out immediately. So it's really important for you to have that good assaulters in your team, or else I don't think it's going to be easy to win in Kalahari.
It definitely looks like a close fight is coming on between team number 8 and 11. One of the players from team number 8 is very down to damage and he actually gets taken down by Sudu. That is come from Blood Bashers. Blood Bashers, I think they're back and they're right in front of the action coming right now, while Dinesh has actually taken an insane area. Well, it's going to be a 4v4 situation, but one of the players from Blood Basher is taken down.
Yes.
Blood Bashers, they've lost a player. Now that's quite a difficult situation because in the previous game they got it in the second position. Now they have to fight it for the second and third position.
Yeah, Blood Bashers did not go for those early fights, but eventually made it to the top eventually. But over here we can see that the Blood Bashers are not gonna hold back. Eventually they want to play a little offensive so that, you know, it heads out for them. It's team number 8 who are being challenged right now. It's team Rowdy Army who's all coming in. They want to make sure that they go full aggressive against them. And it's going to be a little bit of a tough situation coming up from the other team who's getting taken down.
Yeah, Banesh from Rowdy Army is quite outstanding right now. He has already secured 2 kills. He has two kills in his hands, which means 4 kills. While Blood Bashers right now, they've lost 2 players. Arka, they're in a big trouble right now. They lost 2 players. They only have 2 standing. That is going to be Subu. While team number 12, they're slowly making their way towards the other side. While team number 10 is quietly rotating, and there's hell of a firing happening at Refinery. Looks like a bloodbath might just take place while Krusty Sports. Look at Duker. Look at where Duker is standing. He's on top of the wall. He can see each and every player's heads and knees.
I know, but UAV above him will always be revealing his area as well.
It's also quite difficult to take down a player standing on such a high ground.
Yeah, but just imagine if there is an M82B shot which takes him out and nobody can revive him as well.
Yeah, that's a disadvantage also. While till the player is confident, I don't think he has any issue. Well, it's going to be Max who's taking a lot of shots and unfortunately gets knocked out by Gan Hunter. And there comes the confirmation from the kill. Resta, they've got 2 kills into the hands. Looks like Resta, they're desperately looking to take that opportunity. I mean, they need to go to that extra mile if they want to make it to the top 3 right now.
Yeah, I know. And their strategy has always been offensive. Rystar have always played offensive in the previous playoffs, but I don't know why they relied a little bit on defensive this time. But eventually they've come back being offensive in the map of Kalahari. Hopefully able to see them perform really well. But I love what Crust Esports is doing. They've taken the highest spot in the house. They know that they already have a Booyah and enough number of kill points, so they're gonna be like, okay guys, let's just still this one match. When we go back to Bermuda again, let's dominate. Let's go in for those easy 20-pointers when it comes to Booyah. Let's hold this off. And I think it's going to help out for them eventually. But as of now, if they don't get 1 or 2 kills early on, those kill points will actually matter when it comes to in a tight situation.
I mean, if there's any team who have secured second place with 17 points and have got 5 kills, that means they have around 40 points into the hands. So that might be a big disadvantage coming in from Krusty Sports. Well, they're sitting back and chilling at the moment as they already have the lead coming in. But Kalahari, this map, they've actually got the control of it by taking the highest spots at the Refinery, especially. Resta, they're looking quite confident. I think they'll be able to make it to the top 3. Well, if my prediction goes wrong, it's going to be a very big, shy moment for Rasta because they have a huge fan base. We've seen Gyan Army, what kind of a team it was. Well, right now, quickly jumping back, it's going to be Nawab Zadeh making their way on towards Gyan Army. That's, I think that's going to be a very tough fight coming in while Rasta does spot team number 12 making their way into the compounds. But little do these poor souls know that there's actually an entire army standing in those compounds.
Yeah, where we can see that Gyan Hunter right now is using the Chrono Shield as well as those blue walls, but won't be able to survive much because with the whole team of Team 12 is so close to one another. They're making sure they go all in. Right now they're distributing themselves. They want to prepare a small cluster. Max is coming out with a grenade and amazingly connects it. Vishnu goes down as well. So Max will want to rush up, immediately take down another Radhebai so that it's going to be easy for them to fight out from further on. Where we can see Gyan JP on the other end has used a grappler or something to make it up. So that's an advantage for him as well. Gyan AV on the other end is being taken down. It's a very close fight which is happening over here. Probably he'll be cleared off as well. Nawab Zadeh, they're down. they're down with one player now as we were speaking about it. Radhebai gets taken down, but a good backup is being actually coming in from them. So let's see how this fight is going to continue.
What a jump it was coming in from Anonymous. He have quickly taken the jump and actually takes down one of those players. That is Nutus down from the there. Noob Gang got one kill into the hands. Well, talking about Nawab Zadeh, they've entirely wiped out Team Resta. There's only one player I think still left standing up and running. Well, it's going to be another play down from team number 9. Team number 1, they're making that uniqueness and they've taken down another player. That's going to be last player starting for team number 9. Unfortunately gets taken down. Another wipe, another squad wipe coming in from team number 1. Noob Gang, 4 kills into the hands. Double kill from one of those players. And we have TOP, that is Team Olympus, just below them. Will they get spotted? Will they get their fight against Crust Esports? Crust Esports, they have a disadvantage. I mean, if Zone does not make it to the refinery, it's going to be very difficult for them to get out of that refinery position.
No, I love what Crust Esports is doing right now. Probably one kill can be from team number 5, team TOP, and eventually they're going to go all in on them. Ashu has spotted out Shetty, clears them off as well. There's going to be one last player. I'm sorry, he took out Killer and they cleared him out as well. And Shetty will be the last player. They've also used an UAV to see the location of the player. So Shetty right now in huge trouble. I know Bloodlust will be one person who's going to go there as a scavenger. He's going to track him down and then clear him out as well. But Crust Esports, they're acting like a Ghost Riders in this game right now, you know. Even though they're getting 2 to 3 kill points, they're not stopping. They just want to go in, take each and every kill because they know that each and every kill point is going to count.
Yeah, team number 2, they're trying their level best to make it live out of the zone that's shrinking at the moment. Well, TMO, we did not see this team in the entire Kalahari map, but right now we've got our eyes on TMO. They are somewhere, you know, around Foundation. They have actually got pretty good positioning, but I don't think Circle is going to favor them as Circle comes down and it's just a few meters away. But it's going to be Rowdy Arm is one player down. Binesh has a very beautiful positioning against team number 7.
Yeah, Binesh just took down one last player of Team OP. That means they're gonna have one more point or 2 more points into their pockets, which will eventually matter. But I'm still looking out for Team 6 to do something magical over here. It's gonna be the Crust Esports who are still playing a little defensive. They have 2 kills. Okay, that's decent enough because we have more than 5 to 6 teams still alive in the game. This last circle has formed, and there is no compound apart from a small bridge and a ridge amongst them. So this game is going to be really tight.
And the most interesting part is that it's still 10 teams alive, up and running with 31 players alive, Arka. 10 teams, can they make it to such a small zone? Three play zones have been done and dusted, and right now I think it's only 7 seconds left for another zone to start shrinking. Well, Chrono Shield, they're using entire advantage of how the exact Chrono Shield should be able to put to use. While King Scott, they're quite in the trouble. One of the player gets knocked out who has 1 kill, and there comes the another knock for their Rowdy Army. They're entirely so aggressive against that team. They've taken down 2, not but 5 kills into the hands. They're already in the lead coming in terms of the fragging department. Well, Rowdy Army, I think they should have to quickly fall back into the zone because it's again start to shrunk.
Yeah, I know. I think they took down Crust Esports. I'm not sure. Crust Esports losing their players early on, so it's going to be tough for them as well. Team number 8, who did survive to the top 3 in the previous match, right now having a bit of a trouble as Anonymous gets taken down and the new kill leader has come up. It's going to be the Noob King. The 2 new teams, there are 2 new names which are coming up. We can see Sid is going all in against. It's going to be the Divyanshu, the last player who's going to be standing over there. Tiamo will be able to connect some shots against him and clearing him off anytime soon because he's not only fighting himself but he's also fighting the zone.
What is happening? Blood Bashes have been eliminated. King Scott have been eliminated. These 2 teams that made it to the top 3 in the previous map. I'm moved and I don't know what to say right now, Arka. Both of the teams have been taken down who made it to the top 3 in the last map. While TMO, they already have 3 players alive. But Hero Hunter, I think, is down to very low HP. While Globals, they have entirely they got eliminated. It's going to be Legend from the Globals, who's outstandingly playing very well. All the Globals have have lost one player in the beginning. TMO, they're fighting for their lives. Team number 1, they're looking quite the confident at the reverse side. I mean, somewhere near the laying side. Foundation is going to be the only place where team number 1 have gotten their eyes. It's still 6 teams left, 21 players alive, 7 kills for team number 1.
Yeah, in the previous match, we did not see where Noob Games were playing, but eventually, Krusty Sports still alive. I thought Krusty Sports were taken down, but they're very much alive. Ashu is right now getting treated from his friend. He's going to be revved. He's going to be on his foot. Now he's going to be on a rampage as well. Rowdy Army on the other end, 6 kills in the pocket. They'll be fighting for the placement points. On the other end, we can see 4C, Noob Gaming again coming into play. But, oh my god, a grenade launcher from 2 players of, it's Goku on the from one side, who's still going for some grenade launchers. If he connects right now, Anurag could be in trouble, and eventually it doesn't connect. But let's see, it's going to be team number 1 versus team number 4, which is taking place over here.
Definitely, there's also one player left from team number 12. He's actually making in between, and there comes he. Immediately gets taken down by Punisher, while it's going to be Bloodless taking another kill into his hands. 4 teams left, 12 players alive. The grenade comes into the play, but it does a lot of damage, but it does not take any kill out there, neither a knock. Noob Gang, they have 9 kill into their hands. Krusty Sports, they are in the high ground. They are quite in the trouble because when the circles start to shrink, they are the ones in the big trouble because they have to take a jump, while out of the blue, team number 4 has started taking shots against team number 1. Team number 1, they're quite the opposite. While Krusty Sports, they're on top, they're watching, and they're making how this play is going to be. But Ashu right now, he has taken down Punisher. What is happening right here? Punisher has been taken down. Vision opposite, they're still up and running. So TMO, they've got 4 kills. They have the advantage. 4 teams still alive.
Yes, I know, but it's gonna be my friends. My enemy's enemy is gonna be my friend. It's gonna be a 3-way fight. It's a 3-way Mexican standoff which is happening over here. TMO with 4 kills. Vision OP also gets taken down. Revival is the only key for them at this point of time. As Ashu Patel's take down the last player, it's gonna be team number 1 versus team number 6 majorly. As team number 12 is gonna enjoy watching all of this. Probably gets taken down. So it's team 1 versus team 6. Team 1 still dominating. It's gonna be Krusty Sports who will be suffering right now. Noob Gang with total of 13 kills and still going against Krusty Sports. It's a 2v4 situation. Let's see what happens.
What is Noob Gang doing at the top of an at the 11th level? It's got to be quite a difficult situation for Krusty Sports. Last place starting. That's going to be Duke fighting for his life. Gets eliminated, and Krusty Sports have been done and dusted. Noob Gang carrying away that booyah with 13 kills. What a match it was watching Noob Gang. 15 kills out of the hands?
Yeah.
What is this team talking about? Krusty Sports, they've got 7 kills. Nawabs, they have 5 kills out of the hands. Noob Gang, they came out of nowhere. I mean, I did not see them performing at all in Bermuda map. And sometimes when you say the map gets changed, the entire gameplay strategy gets changed. That's what exactly Noob Gang did in the year.
Yeah, that's what I was telling, right? It's not about Bermuda alone. It's going to be Kalahari, which is going to bring out new teams which are going to play. It's going to come out with new strategies which are going to come into play. And Noob Games going back to be a little more offensive like how they were in the previous games. Eventually started to be more offensive over here. They registered 15 kills, and 15 kills itself is going to give them 30 points. 30 points plus another 20 points as a booyah. 50 points over there is going to make them feel so much secure in the final map, where they're going to be playing only for the placement points, because Krusty Sports did the same. When they were playing in Bermuda, they made sure that they have the kill points. They came out with a booyah. In the second match, they did not have much of kill points, but still they played for the placement points. So eventually these 2 teams, according to me, will be the safest when it comes to the third map.
Definitely Noob's Gang, from rags to riches. That's what the elders said about, that's what elders say. From rags to riches, they have entirely outperformed the match Kalahari. While there's one thing I would like to mention, that I did not really notice the fact that Bashers and Kings they got eliminated in the early stages of the game. Let's just have a quick glance onto the highlights so that we know where they got eliminated.
Yeah, as the highlights going to be forming up anytime soon on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say you this game is going to be even more tougher, as the final map is going to take us through a lot. Nawabs are there in the beginning trying to show their dominance, but eventually couldn't hold back. Gyan, on the other hand, the Raistars getting eliminated. They were down to 2 players very early on. This is where it all mattered for Rowdy Army. They got 5 kills in one spot, then TMO coming in, taking down the one last player. But this final fight predicted a lot. They just had 8 kills over here, and then eventually Krusty Sports starts to fall down one by one, and eventually gets cleared out by them as well. So this fight,
Yeah.
This whole game was a bit of a shocker for me, and then I guess I have to hold on for the next match.
Yes, at the 11th hour, Noobs gang, they have showed up themselves. They have taken down Krusty Sports, who've been doing pretty well since the initial stage of the map, Kalahari. But you know, sometimes it's just your luck and your strategies which carry out the best in yourself, and that's what exactly Noobs gang did. And let's just quickly jump on to the MVP. That's going to be Anonymous from Noob gang, who has secured 6 kills, 1 to 60 damage, and 4 headshots. 6 kills, 4 headshots explains the accuracy of the man.
Yeah, I know. Anonymous has also not used much of the bullets. That is why he's got only 1,200 damage, which comes up to show that most of the teams from the noob games have not wasted bullets, because as you can see, 1,200, 1,400, and 1,100 damage has only been given by then. Then eventually getting a total of almost here itself we can see 12 kills from them. On the other end, Krusty Sports Ashu, the fighting lone warrior for the team, was able to execute 2,000 damage, but was able to only secure 3 kills. You look at that, he almost had 4 headshots, but eventually if his team was able to support him a bit, it would have been much easier.
And here comes the point standing Snoop gang, starting out in the first place with 50 points, 15 kills. Krusty Sports on the second with 7 kills, 31 points, and Nawab Zadeh with 5 kills and 25 points. Rowdy Army, they actually made it quite on top for this time, 6 kills, 24 points, while I'm very disappointed on Blood Bashers, who've got eliminated at the 10th place, and King Scott at the 9th place, who've secured the 2nd and 3rd position in the first map.
Yeah, the tables have turned completely.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the total standings to come up, because those teams who are there at the top, apart from Krusty Sports, and probably there was one other team apart from Krusty Sports which were in the top. Blood Bashers. So
Yeah.
apart from these two teams, I did not see anybody on the top. Now it looks like the complete table has shifted from up to down. So let's see how that is going to turn out.
Definitely, even you can turn yourself with the 1060 diamonds. All you have to do is go into the chat, type Conquest, space your UID, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to carry away 1060 diamonds to your home. And what, I can give you a tip as well. If you subscribe to the channel, you can actually win 1060 diamonds every day. It's an advantage for you. It's not one day of giveaway, it's the entire tournament giveaway. So every day this giveaway is going to happen whenever the tournament is happening. So yeah, don't go anywhere. It's a life hack, don't waste it.
Yeah, so do subscribe to the channel as we speak further on. Rise Stars, we saw in the first game, they were able to execute some kills. But over here in Kalahari, as I was telling you, it's really important for you to have the gun power. And that one team which showed us all of it is true is Noobs. The way they were connecting each and every shot, we saw, right? Minimum number of damage and maximum number of kills. When can that happen? When all your shots are getting connected. So the gun power actually is really important when it comes to Kalahari. It's proven yet again by the noob gangs. Let's look at the other team. That is Krusty Sports.
Yeah,
they
the second
survived till the
position.
end. They had a higher ground, but they didn't go to third party or steal kills at all. I wonder why they were trying to do that, Don't you feel they should have gone in for those kills?
I mean, definitely, if they could have gone for the kills, it would only be an advantage for them in terms of the kill points.
Yeah.
But there's one thing, if Krusty Sports went for those third party kills, I don't think they'll be able to make it to the top 2. I mean, last game it was easy. This game it was quite tough because they did not accept, they did not expect Noobs Gang to show such an aggressive gameplay.
Yeah, it was the only last 2 players of Krusty Sports who were fighting for those last 2 positions, or the first 2 positions, if we can put it in a very precise manner.
Yes.
Looking at the points table, which is going to pop up anytime in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the
Whoa.
Noob Gang with 70 points. First match, they had only 20 points. Second match, they performed so well with 50 points. And then eventually they come up with 70 points, standing on top of Krusty Sports, who have performed so well till the end. And it's just wow from these
but
these
that's
two
not
teams.
the game. The game is not yet over because Krusty Sports is just 3 points away from a Noob Gang. They can make it to the top. I am confident about Krusty Sports. While TEMO, out of nowhere, they come to the 3rd position. It's going to be 4 Comrades and Blood Bashers fighting for the 4th position, who can actually make it to the 3rd in the next map with 36 points. Similar score, similar kills. I don't know what's happening between 4 Comrades and Blood Bashers. Krusty Sports, they're only 3 points away to get that 4th position. Well, TMO, they did not quite perform at all in the Kalahari map, but in first match, they've got those number of kills into the hands. They've got that advantage with 8 kills in the first map. In the second map, they could not, but let's just see what's going to happen again coming back to the Bermuda.
Yeah, it's from Tiamo till the 11th position. That is from the 3rd position to the 11th position. The differences are very countable. It's like some 5 to 6 points difference. That means all you have to do is execute some 2-3 points. As we speak about execution in the next game, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a small break and we're going to be back again.
Enjoy premium mobile gaming experiences wherever you go. You deserve a premium device powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G mobile platform. And when winning is everything, you'll experience the difference with Qualcomm Snapdragon Elite Gaming. Harness the power of ultra-smooth responsiveness, color-rich HDR scenes, and desktop-level features that are mobile firsts, all while playing longer on a single charge. You deserve graphics and audio that are crystal clear.
Alright, I'm out of ammo. Do you have ammo?
Yeah, I do.
I'm low on
I
blood.
have the rifle.
Alright. Come back. Let's get out, let's get out.
Enjoy Qualcomm acoustic audio technology for noise suppression to enhance your in-game communications, and enjoy chatting with teammates without an annoying echo or feedback.
Run! Where are you?
Okay.
Dude, where are you? Where
Let's
are
go to
you?
the other house. Let's go to the
Where
other
are you?
house. The blue house. The blue
Who's
house.
shooting at me?
The blue house.
Go, 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 go!
And when you want the wireless immersion of earbuds, count on Qualcomm aptX technology to truly deliver immersive sound with low latency. When it comes to your device, you deserve unrivaled gaming speed and stamina. You deserve premium mobile experiences. You deserve Qualcomm Snapdragon.
What's inside your mobile device matters.
早安，能量。你的建议书做得真好。
I'm so glad to hear it.
It's why the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform matters. Because you deserve the freedom to immerse yourself in virtual worlds and explore new realities. You deserve an intelligent camera that delivers professional image quality in any lighting condition. And a mobile PC that's as connected as your smartphone with battery life that can last for days. You deserve multiplayer games that respond at the speed of 5G.
谢谢 Daniel。
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And you deserve the ability to stream crisp, high-resolution videos in more places, anytime with 5G. You deserve all the best 5G experiences. That's why your devices deserve the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve a mobile PC that's as connected as your smartphone, with battery life that can last for days. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve the freedom to immerse yourself in other worlds and explore new realities. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve multiplayer games that respond at the speed of 5G. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve a camera that delivers professional image quality in any lighting condition. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform. You deserve to stream crisp, high-resolution videos in more places, anytime with 5G. That's why your device deserves the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, strap! Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest Free Fire Open presented to you by Qualcomm. I'm your caster LKFTW, and right now with me on the desk is going to be Dinkar.
Thank you so much, Elika, for the warm welcome. It was amazing seeing the last two games, the kind of play that has been shown by all the teams. Specifically, if you talk about Crust Esports, they have been very consistent, and we have seen in the past that consistent teams, they have always made it to the next league stage that we are going to see. But right now, the talk, it's not about Crust Esports, it's about Noob Gaming. They were not able to do so well in the first game, but in the second game, they got, they went all bonkers. Nothing was able to stop them. 50 kills in just one game, 50 points in just one game, 15 kills, booyah. That tells you the amount of, the damage they did to the other squad. There was no damage control to be seen in any corner of Kalahari. And now we'll be moving back to Bermuda. Will it be Crust Esports conquering again, or will it be Noob Gaming coming back with the same kind of consistency?
I mean, Crust Esports, as you said, consistency
Yep.
is the key to the success. I would say that. But Noob Gang, they did not perform in the first game. They outperformed in the second game. But let's see if they can, continue that while the schedule is going to be the last match in the BO3. It's going to be Bermuda map carrying away. This map is going to decide. It's going to be who are going home and who are going to exceed into the league stages. While it's the last day of the playoffs, Group 6 and Day 3 right now. I have one question. See, it's not the first two positions we're talking about. It's actually the second and third position. Quite exactly looking. We're talking about, TEAMO and Bashers.
Yeah, TMO. Yeah, they. I guess that names comes up from some foreign country. I actually knew about it. I was reading about that before the game started as well. But right now, if you talk about the talk of the day, the first two spots, I guess they have already been taken by Noob Gaming and Crust Esports. Crust Esports, they have been very good. It was a very good game for them. If you talk about Noob Gaming in the second game, but the third point, I guess at third spot we have around 39 points. And then if you go down to the sixth spot, that's 29 points. So there are only 10 points that are differentiating the teams from the third spot to the sixth spot. So point that actually tells you the kind of difference that we are seeing. So one good game for any of those teams, and they can turn the tables, and they can go in that third spot, and they can move to the league stage. So it's all going in right now. We are still not clear. Even after the first two games, we are not clear about who's going to go into the next league stage. But right now, it's going to be the game time. And this is what all are fighting for. This is the game. The most important game right now for all these teams. I don't know if Noob Gang will be taking it seriously, but yes, they have done well in the past game, so they would like to continue with the same kind of consistency. But I really have my eyes on Crust Esports just because of the fact that they have played last two games very well. Let's see if they can come up with a good third game as well.
There's one point that I would like to mention about Crust Esports, that they're only just 3 points away to make it to the top first position and beat out Noob Gang. So if they do that, kids, if they take that 3-point lead in this match, wait, already that's a close fight starting up and happening between team number 9 and 2. They've quite got down at Sentosa. Will it be the first coming into that game, or is it going to be Chrono Shields and all the where guns are getting spammed? Well, already one player has been taken down. 12 teams, 48 players alive. Devil Squad versus team number 2 at Sentosa. There comes a beautiful headshot from Divine and confirming that kill. It's going to be first blood from Divine. Devil Squad, one player has been taken down. What a shot it was from Divine. Devil Squad, they have lost one player and he has been taken out. But Devil Squad, they already got 4 kills. They've entirely eliminated team number 2. What is happening? It was just 5 seconds out of the game. We've seen already one team getting eliminated.
Yeah, it was a very early fight coming into play, but it's 4 comrades who are in another fight, or in mill, I guess it is. So we are seeing a lot of fights in the corner. That means that teams actually prefer a corner drop. Sentosa has always been a battleground from the starting itself, but an early fight in mill, that's something we have not seen in the past. But it's team 6, I guess, Crust Esports, since they have already lost a guy, so they would like to fall back. Yes, I can already see Divine falling back. Maybe he's looking for a different angle, maybe looking for a high ground advantage that he can provide to his team, and he can use that to get a lot of intel as well. But Bloodlust, he's not looking to fall back as P90 is coming out from him. 3 players, 3 different angles, but it's team number 5 who is shocking me right now. They know that a fight is happening here. They are acting as a third party right now. Let's see if they can make the best out of it. A lot of shots are coming in from the other side, but not able to connect so well as of now. Rocky in a very close proximity. He has Astro inside, but let's see what happens.
It definitely looks like the proximity is into his hands, but for Comrades, I think they're quite in the beginning of the match itself. While it's going to be Krusty Sports 1 near them, Legend gets taken down immediately by Diven, making it a confirmation of kill. Legend is dead from the team. Krusty Sports, they've lost one player already. That's going to be Duker.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Krusty Sports down to 2 as another player bites the dust. Rocky also coming up as a different angle. But this is what I was talking about. Team 5 coming in from other edge. Team Olympus, they have not played well in the last 2 games, so this team is very important for them. As Team Olympus, they have got that first kill, the initial kill, but they want more. Because if they want to move into the league stage, they need a lot more kills. As Manish coming in from a different angle, they want to finish this job very quickly. Rocky has been spotted as well. A lot of shots being connected by Killer. Unfortunately, not able to connect so well to get a knock, but it's Killer who has held this angle really well. Shady coming in from the other side. I guess the other player is actually trying to move from the eastern edge. They are trying to rotate completely, but yes, Rocky has been spotted. It's Manish who is doing the damage right now, and Rocky will go down. That's 4 Comrades down to 2.
Yes, so Manish has done justice with that gun, taking one player down. I think he'll be getting quickly rest right there. So there's no player down from the opponent team, while it's going to be Team Olympus pushing on to team number 10. What a decision at the taking. Team Manish is down right there. 4 Comrades have got 2 kills into their hands, while Killer has a grenade in his hand. He's not going to put that to use. Well, team number 10, right now they're surrounded by team number 6 and 5. What is happening? Comrades and Krusty Sports, both of them, they've got eyes on team number 10. Can it be a kill? Will it be a kill? I am not sure, because 4 Comrades is down to only 3 players. One of the player has been taken down. That's going to be Legend out of the map. While at the drop of a hat, even the slightest slipping giveaway can do a lot of damage for team number 10. While Team Olympus, they've only lost 1 player, 3-man standing. Krusty Sports, do you see the rotation coming in from Krusty Sports? They are not ready to take that shot, as they are only down to 2 players in the beginning of the match itself.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough resources to fight this out with these 2 teams, but I really don't know what has happened to top right now. Even if they had all the angles, even if they had all the numbers, they are not still able to finish up 4 Comrades very easily. As the knock comes in from Rocky this time, he's playing it beautifully. Kathu will get that knock as 4 Comrades down to 2, but they are still not out. They are down but not out, as this is, I guess, a call has been made to fall back. Kathu and Rocky going for those ranking points right now. It was a 3v2 fight, but Kathu has been spotted top. They don't want to let Rocky go away, as Pratyush will get one on to Rocky and Kathu. He'll be forced into this fight. I still feel a fallback can come in, but with Pratyush getting that knock, with Kathu actually getting that knock, let's see how that pans out. As Kathu, he's not looking for a fallback right now. Since he's a one-man army, he's trying to go in and he's trying to get all those kill points and ranking points by himself.
Yeah, he can with the 19 shiny armor for his team, but it's going to be team number 12 and 11 fighting off at the blue zone in the factory. Looks like this man Rowdy has quite got himself impressed, while Binesh takes down Bharat and confirms the kill. It's going to be GD Max taking immediately the trade for the Tanmay. Radhe Bhai taking down Binesh. That's a beautiful trade coming in from team number 12 right there. Still, there's a lot of fight left, while there's only down to 2 players. Nawab Zadeh gets another shot, but unfortunately gets taken down immediately. That's going to be 1 player standing down for team 11. Team 12 actually. Nawab Zadeh, they've managed. They've got 2 kills into their hands, but it's going to be Binesh who is up and running back again.
Yeah, Rowdy Army and Nawab Zadeh, if you talk about them, they are both down to 2 players, so they both have actually lost out on a lot of players as the treatment gun comes in. The grenade comes in from the other side, unfortunately not able to connect so well. It's Binesh coming in from the other side. He's looking for an opening here as Max is trying to rush in with his dual vector. Another grenade comes in, unfortunately not hitting the target, falling shy, as Radhe Bhai will be going in the backside, trying to gain some more information, trying to gain some more intel. I expect Radhe Bhai to completely rotate from the other side and maybe act as a third party here. Binesh has been spotted. T-Max not able to connect any shots, and now Love has been spotted as well. Will he get the knock this time? He goes for it. He activates the shield as well, but not able to get that knock. I guess shield will be wasted as the glue wall comes in from the other side, as another knock coming in from that player. Nawab Zadeh, still 2 players standing, and they're looking for a cleanup here.
Definitely looks like Binesh is doing very well. He's taking down Radhe Bhai. It's going to be team number 7 and 3. That is going to be Restars in a big trouble right now. They are down to only 2 players left. Actually, one of the player he gets knocked out immediately, but it's going to be Gyan JP comes in an immediate trade, takes down 1 player. A 3 versus 3 situation. The glue walls coming in from all the way. 4 arms taking down 1 player, confirms skill. Gyan JP with another 1 king squad. They're down to only 2 players. 2 of the players have been knocked out, and there comes the P90 into the play, taking down Gyan JP. way down. Resta, they're down to only one player. That's going to be Hunter, who might actually get taken on because he's down to really low HP and has only 9 bullets left in his ammo. And that's a beautiful kill coming in from Gyan Hunter 8 right there. He still has only 5 bullets left. I mean, he has got 2 kills for himself. He's the only lone survivor standing in for Resta right now, but those kills, they can make a difference. Those points, they can make a difference.
With just 5 health points, he has got the dream done for his team. They have got 2 kills, but they only have 1 player standing. Let's see how well they can, fight it out as Team Olympus. They have already taken out the last player for 4 comrades. So 4 comrades are down and out as we are down to the last 8 teams and 23 players alive. I mean, this is something, this is something we have seen in, I guess it was Group 2 as well, where all these teams, where we're talking about the last few circles, this thing happened, as it's going to be Eva coming in from Devil Squad, taking a few shots on Binesh, already low numbers. Factory, for some reason, it has always been a battleground for a lot of teams. I don't know if it's the high ground or it's the hardcover that is actually a bone of contention for all these teams. They are trying to rush in the blue zone, also acting as a catalyst here for all these teams to rush in and fight it out. But Team Devil Squad, they have the numbers in their favor. They have the players inside as well. Team 11 trying to fight, trying to struggle hard here, but the numbers are too much for them. It's a 2v4 fight. Natu coming in from the other end. Divine has been spotted as well. It's an all-out brawl here, but it's Team Devil Squad on the receiving end, getting the better part of the sick. Binesh, the only player. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
Definitely Devil Squad, the double vector setup is coming and working like a charm right now for the team. It's going to be a hunt for the Team 11. That's going to be Binesh, who is getting hunted right now. While Devil Squad, he has got spotted out, but that Chrono Shield coming into the play by 3 players getting on top of him. There comes the kill on to the Binesh. That's, I think, his team getting eliminated. While Factory, it has been cleared right now. The battleground has been cleared and it's going to be Devil Squad with 6 kills into the hands. The name itself possesses a lot of, strong and strength. 6 kills. Devil Squad in the Factory, they made it to themselves. And right now it's still the first zone. 7 teams left. I don't know what's happening. Devil Squad leading the way with 6 kills, and it's going to be Team Olympus in the second with 4 kills. Crusty Sports with only 1, Resta with 2. Can you believe that King Squad have actually been eliminated in the first match? They may actually made it to the top 3 positions. Well, it's going to be danger zone coming into the play inside the Factory. Well, it's quite going to be tough for a lot of players right there from Devil Squad.
Yeah, it was a very important game for them, as you said, just because of that. And I guess that pressure, it got the better of them and they had to go out early. But the fact that Tiamo is still surviving Noob Squad as well, they are trying best to survive till the end. And since we have only top 7 squads alive even in the second circle itself, so that shows you that a lot of teams went YOLO in this game, and that's why they had to go down early. If you talk about the bottom 3 teams, it was, I guess, Rystar, then Crusty Sports as well. They are down to either 1 player there or 2 players coming in from them. So it's going to be hard for them to survive till the end, because I guess if you talk about all the games that we have seen till now, it's more about rocking more numbers in the final circle. Whoever has more numbers, they are able to stop the other team from moving in. They have more space in the circle and they put that to good use to go away with that booyah. So that has happened in the past. Let's see if that happens again. As team top, there are only 2 players standing, but they are still looking for a compound. I like this aggression, but let's see in whose favor that will go.
Definitely, I think TEMO, they're still looking quite confident in 0 kills, but this full squad is alive. But it's going to be team number 9 pushing on down to the team number 1. Devil Squad, 1 player has been knocked out right there. Noob Gang, we've talked about this team in the previous game, but that grenade is going to do a lot of damage. Take down 2 players. Divan, this man is going to get that confirmation. While Noob Gang, they're down to 2 players. While it's going to be Patel and Goku Feth in the game. GG Anonymous taking immediate trade on to the Divan. Another grenade comes into the hand. That double vector setup is going and working like a charm for Noob Gang right there. They've got 1 kill and they still have 3 players left. Team number 9, that's only 1 player standing in. Devil Squad, Nuthu. What happened right there? Noob Gang, what did they do to Devil Squad that they're only down to 1 player but they have 7 kills in their hands?
Yeah, Devil Squad down to 1, and Nuthu he's having a very good angle to his name, but let's see what he can do as Nuthu02. He knows where the players of Noob Squad are, but let's see if he can get those knocks and confirmation at the same time. I still feel team number 1, they will be very cautious of the moves they are making and they won't come out. But Killer, Top Squad, they only had 2 players standing, but still they have sent in 1 player. That's a very good commitment coming in, and I would call it an over commitment, just because it will be a 1v4 fight inside the compound. It's very hard to go away with these kinds of fights. But we are only down to 7 teams right now, and since a lot of teams are only carrying 1 or 2 players, that will mean that as soon as these solo players they go into a fight, the number of squads alive will be down to either 5 or 4 maybe in the 3rd or 4th circle. So this is something that we have never seen in the past. It was just 1 game that this thing did happen, but Peak, I'm really surprised by teams, taking those edge drops, but still rotating completely towards the center. So this is something that you have been seeing in the past as well. But Crust Esports, even if they only have 2 players standing, I would still not count them out of the game.
Yeah, definitely. But right now they're not inside the circle. And talking about TOP, Team Olympus, they're taking quite the risk by sending only one of the players towards the P compounds, while team number 4 and 8 they're quite standing beside while TMO they're playing a very defensive gameplay because they know they made it to the top 3 and right now they do not want to lose that position. While Team Olympus, they have 4 kills. That means 8 points already in their hands, and there comes the UAV has been deployed. I think right now Team Olympus TOP killer will get haunted by team number 8 right there, and there comes the kill. Team Olympus, wait, he's actually trying to push into the compounds, or team number 8, what is he doing? Is he taking the right decision or not? While the circle is going to get shrinked right there, the circle is going to be forming somewhere on the southern sides if I'm not wrong, and there comes the boom. It's going to be the northern side of Factory and Pochinok, taking away most of the signature areas right there. I think TOP killer, he's still not yet spotted. He's inside the compound. I don't know, this man, he has gotten a lot of guts in his hands.
Yeah, now if you talk about killer, he has the MP5 in his hand and he's trying to move in. I still feel that he's not committing. He just wants to scare the enemy, and he just wants Blood Bashers to not push in on him. Just because if Blood Bashers start to push in, they are still a 4-man standing team. So as soon as they go in, even if one of the player gets knocked out, the numbers will be enough to take him out. So that's why I guess killer, he's pretending to be strong. Even if he's weak, you have to pretend strong so that your enemy doesn't know that you are kind of weak. So he doesn't want to reveal his numbers. I really like the approach from killer coming in from Team Olympus. Let's see if that works for him. Just because if you look at Shetty, he's coming in from the backside, he's outside the circle. So if he gets spotted, it will be all over for him. But killer, he's trying to rush in. That SMG, it can do a lot of damage. The Chrono Shield has been activated as well. And as soon as that shield disappears, I would see the complete team of Blood Bashers running in. This is still a 1v4 fight, but Shetty being inside the compound now, it's a 2v4 fight. But again, numbers are still in favor of Blood Bashers. Guns are still in their favor. Let's see if they can put those guns to good use. If you talk about the team top, if they can come up with an initial knock, maybe an opening kill coming in from them would ease out the tension. But I still feel the numbers are very important in this game of Free Fire. If it's a head-on 4v2 fight, I would definitely favor the team with 4 players standing as killer goes in with that MP5, gets one knock. But where's the backup? Oh my god, the backup is not arriving. They are coming in installments. They are going back in installments. Killer down and out. That's Team Olympus out of the boards, off the boards. Blood Bashers. I mean, I would have loved if they would have won this fight with 4 players standing. But yeah, they have lost 1 player.
I mean, it would have been an insane if they actually took down a 2v4. Team Olympus will go down to the history if they actually made that fight happen. While it's 6 teams alive and 14 players, Dinkar right there. While the zone is closing out again, it's going to be the 4th zone coming into the play. I think it's going to be Anurag who has actually taken down 1 player. Ashu taking down a Gyan Hunter right there, which is pretty much making it to the top 5 teams standing up and running. Team number 4 have the entire advantage of being inside the circle. Did you see the way TE Ammo is trying to put their strategy into their hands? They're playing very defensively. They're inside the zone and they're just waiting for all the enemies to push inside the zone, while it's going to be Crust Esports last player standing. Ashu with a gun in his hand. He has a treatment gun. Can he do much? He's going to quickly heal himself, while Anurag, he has got 1 kill for himself. It's going to be TE Ammo, while team number 1, they're quite silently making their way inside the circle. Team number 8, they're taking a long rotation right now. There's still top 5 teams left. Noob Gang down to 3 players. TMO squads out to one of the players from Team Red. Can they get the kill? I'm quite not sure about it. And there comes the cover, and he gets knocked down. Vision OP. His vision is really overpowered. Takes down, but unfortunately gets immediately traded. GG Anonymous taking that immediate trade for this, taking it down to 11 players standing. Noob Gang, they're in a big trouble right now because they're making their way inside the circle, and right now they have the core of the circle.
Yeah, Noob Gang in the circle right now, in the center of the circle actually, and they're dominating the game. They have players from team number 4 on the edges, so they can, if they take out the player who's 20% inside the circle from team 4, that would be much better for them since they have already lost a man. But Noob Gang, where were these guys in the first match? I mean, they are dominating the game right now as Crust Esports goes down. That's Ashu off the boards. He has been eliminated. Crust Esports finishing off at 5th position. That allows Noob Gang, if they can perform well in this one, they will definitely be gunning for the top spot, as it's Fahim who has the angle on to Duad. Duad was just knocked out a few seconds ago, but he has been revived. So very good plays coming in from teammate as they have divided their numbers well. Nathu has been spotted, Nuthu has been spotted as well as Subu with that M8-2B. 1 good grenade and he can get the job done. And this is what I was talking about. That is going in. Will it connect? Oh no!
That
Subu,
was a bounce coming in from the grenade. I feel very bad for Blood Bashers right there. But as long as you have the position and the man advantage, I think it's a very good point point for Devil Squad right there. Last player standing is going to be Nuthu. They have 7 kills, and it's going to be a knight in China armor. Nuthu, he made it to the top 4.
Ooh.
That means he've already secured 15 points for his team. It's going to be insane. Arya taking down Anonymous right there. Noob Gang, they've got 2 kills. Only 3 players left, gunning for the top shot. And take the bull by the horns. That's what the elder says. One of the player has been taken down. Blood Bashers, they have the entire advantage. Nuthu has been spotted down right now. He's fighting for his life, but will he get taken down? I'm quite not sure about it. And there comes the shotgun into the play, taking down 2 players at one single shot by Hero Hunter.
Yeah, TMO, they are delivering when it counts. If you talk about them, I mean, this match was a very important one for them, and they are making it count. Vision OP has that vision onto Duard. Duard, he has been going down rather quickly, but still his team has kept him alive as Duard again on minimal HP. Let's see if he can survive as Hero Hunter is trying to move in as well. Vision OP with that Groza, he can be very lethal, but one good grenade from either side can turn the tables right now as Patel will get one onto Nuthu. Nuthu goes out. Patel still standing for his team. Team 4 versus teammate. This is a 3v3 fight between them, but Patel, the lone survivor, how far can he take his team as Duard is trying to rush in for this glue walls? The circle is going to play a vital role. Noob Gang eliminated. Anurag with that grenade launcher gets rid of one more player as we are down to a 3v3 fight between these two teams.
Definitely, it's going to be only 2 teams standing, 6 players alive. TEMO, can they make it to the top right now is the question, because they made it to the top 3. Can they make it to the top 1? And right now, Insane Aryan has been spotted down. He gets a quick grenade but does not get damaged. Well, it's going to be Subu, who might be in a big trouble right there. Gets taken out immediately. Duardi, Subu, they're outside the zone. They're making inside the zone, but Insane Aryan, he's already inside the zone, taking down Hunter. Can he get that kill? And definitely
amazing.
TEMO has been eliminated. I don't know from where this team has come. Blood Bashers in the first game, they've outperformed, and here comes the Blood Bashers with the Booyah. TEMO with 2nd place and Noob Gang with the 3rd place. I don't know, Noob Gang, what happened to them? In the second match, they've got 15 kills, and in the third, they've only quite did not perform. Third map, 3 kills.
Yeah, Blood Brushers, I mean, they were beautiful throughout. Noob Gang, yes, there was a considerable performance coming in from them as well, but it was Blood Brushers who completely surprised me. Even if they had one of the players going down early in the game, they made sure that their numbers are enough to actually, you know, even if they had 3 players standing in the last circle, they made it into the zone, they put those glue walls in. Again, the same kind of strategy coming up. They, you know, if you open up the last few games, it's just the same thing happening over and over again in the last few circles. 3v3 fight or a 4v4 fight coming up. The one who rotates early, the one who gets the most space inside the zone, he dominates it till the end. He goes away with the Booyah as well, and that's what we have seen in this game as well. Amazing work coming in, but now this is going to open up a lot of things, because we had a different winner in the first game. Then I guess it was Crusty Esports going away with the first Booyah, then Noob Gang coming up in second, and now a third team winning the third Booyah. It's going to open up the points table a lot, but Noob Gang and Crusty Esports, they have been very consistent, so I have no doubts about them moving into the league stage. But third team, I still am not sure who's going to go in.
It's going to make our job even only tougher. 3 different teams, 3 different players, and there comes the Booyah from each and every team in each map. I mean, Kalahari was understandable because Noob Gang had that advantage, but all of a sudden, talking about Bermuda, Blood Bashers, they came out, they performed very well, and they got that Booyah. And right now we're quickly going to jump into the highlights.
This is where things started to look good for Devil Squad. They were in Sentosa, they were looking for an early fight, but I really didn't expect Crusty Esports to come up as a third party, and team number 5 as well. They wanted to join this fight, and top, even if they had all these advantages, they had the high ground, they had the numbers, they had the sides, but then also they lost out on a lot of players. Manish got taken out early, then it was one more player going down. He was confirmed very early by 4 Comrades, but this is where things got interesting for 4 Comrades as well. They were looking for a fallback, they were ripped apart, one more player went down, and then the complete team was taken out. But the fight in Factory, it has always been happening here. You know, the fight is always on,
like
the spotlight is always on in the Factory region.
Definitely. I mean, Factory, it's quite one of those popular places. It's actually crowded nowadays. While Noob Gang, they tried their level best. And this was the 2v4 I was talking about. Noob Killer and Top Shitty almost got in their hands. But it's going to be Dwarthi coming into the play, taking down the 2 players. TMO, they have taken down Bloodlust. And Seth immediately getting knocked out in the hands of Noob OP. And Vision OP immediately getting taken down. While TMO, Vision OP has actually got 2 kills. With that shotgun in his hand, TEMO, they tried their level best. It's going to be the final fight happening between Noob Gang and TEMO. Blood Bashers, where actually Blood Bashers take down the entire squad of TEMO, making it to the Booyah. Well, I'm going to give a quieter reaction looking at the point standings. While I think me and Dinkar are going to just bait the viewers by just saying, in the first, it's actually not the point standings. It's...
Yeah, yes. But right now, let's talk about the MVP that is going to come up on our screens. And... let's see who it is. It's going to be Binesh coming in from Rowdy Army. Even if Rowdy Army was taken out early, it's based on kills right now. Binesh, he was one of the top players in the game if you talk about him. He came in, he rushed in, he conquered the teams, he got those 3 kills with a total of 1665 damage, 6 headshots, but you know, he has got the job done for his team. 6 points coming in from him only. Let's see what the total is from their squad, as we'll be moving down to the top 5 players as well. I do expect a couple of players coming in from Noob Gang as well. Let's see if that works out. TMO, Devil Squad, actually no player coming in from Noob Gang.
What?
So I guess they got only 3 kills. So I guess the main reason being that the distribution of kills was uniform across the team. But Binesh on top, DS Divine coming in from Devil Squad at 2nd position with a total of 3 kills and 860 damage.
Definitely, it's going to be Hero Hunter in the 3rd place from TEMO with 3 kills. Let's from Devil Squad with 2 kills, 1459 damage and 7 headshots. Nawab Zaid's Max with 2 kills, 1108 damage and 6 headshots. I know these players are getting those headshots on the point, but it's the teammates and the team coordination that's been very favorable for the teams. They're getting quick res. So that's what makes the entire sense right there. I mean, if there was a point for knockout, then imagine how many points this team, these players would have been getting.
Yeah, GJ coming in from Nawabzadeh, he was also really good. 2 kills coming in from him, 1108 damage. Let's see how that works out for them. But I'm really excited about the points table that is going to come up. First game, you know, we knew Crust Esports. Yeah, they were one of the potential league stage teams for me, if you ask me. For COMRADES also, I don't think they have put on the required amount of points. They have put on the required amount of skills to display today, but it doesn't take out the fact that they are a very good team.
What?
Blood Basher sitting at top with a total of 30 points and 5 kills. Tiamo also, you know, delivering when it counts, 27 points for them as well. Devil Squad sitting at 3rd with a total of 27 points.
I mean, that's pretty much the equal points for TEMO and Devil Squad. And Devil Squad have actually getting this advantage of number of kills in their hands. I don't know why they are putting up in the 3rd position, while Crust Esports has been taken down to the 6th position with 2 kills and only 16 points. Rest are with 2 and 14 points. Right now, it's going to be the cumulative point standings. The one thing we've been waiting, Dinkar. I mean,
let's see how that cumulative point standing comes in. I feel that it's going to be Crust Esports, Noob Gang and TMO coming up at top 3. Let's see how that works out. But Blood Pressure, they have put on a very good show as well. If they had a few more kills, I would have certainly given them the favor. But I don't think that's going to work out. Let's see how that comes in, because Noob Gang, they were already sitting on top. They have, I mean, in top 2, and now also they have performed above average, so that's going to help them to gain some more points. Crust Esports also not a bad game for them, I would say, since they have got 16 points. That's kind of average for me, and they were already, you know, in the top 2 as well. Now 3rd position, Tiamo, they were not that down in the points table, and since they have got 27 from this, Blood Crashes and Tiamo, no!
What has happened? Holy moly, from rags to riches, Noob Gang with only 1 game, making it onto the top with 91 points, and Crust Esports 2nd, Blood Bashes to the 3rd. For the poor TEMO, oh my god, I have a lot of sympathy for them. Only, it's the same number of points. They have even high number of kills than Blood Bashers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the ranking points that counts here, and they are going to go towards the top 3. Noob Gang, they have done well in the two games, and then they have got a total of 91 points with a total of 22 kills, so they are high on numbers, they are high on kills as well. Crust Esports sitting at top, sitting at 2nd actually with a total of 17 kills and 83 points. But Blood Brashers, oh my god, what have you done?
I mean, right?
You know, they were nowhere to be seen in the first 2 games. They were kind of performing above average, but this kind of gameplay in the end, Blood Brashers and TMO, I mean, drawing it out till the end, but it's just that the ranking points were too good for Blood Brashers, and they're going to advance to the league stage.
I mean, I got to talk about this Noob Gang, man. I don't know, they came from nowhere. It's like they've entirely conquered Kalahari map, and they're like, I'm peace out, I'm not going to play in the 3rd map, and they still make it to the top with the 4th position with 91 points. What is even happening? It's going to be Noob Gang, Crust Esports and Blood Bashers finally making it to the leagues. Congratulations to all those teams, and to all those teams who couldn't make it. Don't get disheartened, fall back, learn your mistakes. It's been a good experience for you, I guess, carrying it away till the playoffs 3. Well, you can also get some really good diamonds right there. All you have to do is go to the chat, type Snapdragon space UID, and you might be one of those 12 lucky winners to carry away 1060 diamonds. A little life hack we would like to know then, Kar.
Yeah, and you can also subscribe to the channel to improve your chances and to witness all this happening, all this actually action which is happening in the Qualcomm Snapdragon Conquest Free Fire Open presented by Qualcomm. So it has been an amazing day. I was really shocked to see 4 COMRADES not performed up to the expectations, and then Ristar as well. These these two teams were really good in the playoffs too, and because of their gameplay, I thought that maybe they will be one of the two teams to qualify, one of the three teams actually to qualify, but that didn't happen. Noob Gang, certainly living up to the expectations. Coming up, not the first game was not too good for them, but it's what the best players do, what the best teams do. When they have fallen down, they come back very strongly, and that has happened. But now it's time for the last group on the last day. It's going to be the matchup coming up for the Group 6 for playoff round 3. Overattack, All-Star Esports, Team Roses, Maximus Esports, Stone Crushers, Cream Reaper.
Divide and Rule, Team 42-47, Alone Boys, Junior Kingdom, Team Lucky Boys and Fab 52. We've seen Junior Kingdom, Fab 52, Divide and Rule, Stone Crushers. They have been playing really well in playoffs too, but right now I'm excited. I'm quite not familiar with any of the teams right now which have been on the board. Matchup, playoffs, round number 3, and it's going to be Group 6. Unfortunately, it's going to be the last group for the playoffs. With this group, we are going to finish the playoffs 3, which means the excitement goes on even more because we are going to get qualified to the league stages. Dinkar, how excited are you for the leagues?
I'm very excited since these will be the top 18 teams from all the thousands of teams that played this tournament. On top of that, we are also going to have 6 more invited teams, so that actually hypes up the action as well. Be connected with us to know who those 6 teams are going to be. So I'm really excited for that because they are going to spice up the competition a lot more. Already the competition is very much spiced up, but these 24 teams, they are going to fight it out with each other head on in the league stages to fight it out for the next 12 spots. But 24 teams, weeks of actions that will be coming up. I'm really hyped up for that.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you've been wondering where is my favorite team, why can't I see India's top Free Fire teams? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. You have a lot and tons of action left for the league stages. This is just the trailer. We have the movie coming up in few days. Well, you have to be all excited about it, but it's just a suspense of which teams who got invited. That's going to be 6 teams. But right now, we're in the last Group 6. It's going to be 3 maps, best out of 3. Like we know, the first map is going to be Bermuda, second Kalahari, and third Bermuda as well.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to see where which type of approach will be taken by the team, because we have seen in the past that it's just that teams like to be a little more conservative in the first few games, and then they take those edge drops. But when you go to those edge drops like Mill, Sentosa, you'll end up in those early fights, Factory as well, and those early fights, they hamper your confidence, and in the second and third game you're not able to perform so well. So I would really like to see more of the action-packed gameplay coming up in the first game itself. Let's see if teams will be fighting it out for Clock Tower or Peak or Bhima Sakti Ship maybe. That will allow them to have that, those central compounds and the central, all the ridges which actually come up into the picture in the later phase of the game. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to, but it depends on the team, what kind of approach they want to take. But one thing has been uniform. It has either been a complete edge gameplay or a complete centrish gameplay. It hasn't been a mix of two. I would take, the mix of two as well.
Definitely. I mean, that's where the that's where the things get spiced up in a map like Bermuda. Well, Bermuda is one of those default maps, and every FIFA player, I mean, if you're aspiring to become a professional player, then the first baby steps is Bermuda. I mean, Bermuda is one of those maps which has got the high terrain, low terrain. It knows, I mean, if you want to become the perfect player, I think you should do a lot of practice. Well, Peak, Bhima Sakti Strips, these are all the crowded areas which we've been talking about. And one of them has been to list. That's going to be Factory, who a little bit seems it's like being the default battleground nowadays for the Bermuda.
Yeah, I guess when teams want to survive for a lot longer time, then we have seen teams going for that high ground and then trying to, get a bird eye view over the teams. Because in any battle royale game, it's all about the intel you have, it's all about the information you have and the kind of numbers you have. Even if you have 4 numbers and you don't have that information, and if you are delaying your, push into the circle, that's going to hamper your run because you don't know who is on your right, who's on your left, and all of a sudden you are going down. I think that's the same thing which happened with Noob Gang as well. They had 4 players, but at the end of the day, all of a sudden they just fell down. Right now it's time for the first game for the last group. It's going to be Bermuda, ladies and gentlemen. And right now we are seeing the flight path. Teams have already started to go to their preferred drop location. Let's see how this works out.
And I think it's a very neutral map path. It's just going to straightly divide map into 2 parts. Quite an unexpected plane path coming right there. I mean, it's been a while I've seen such kind of a plane path. It's always, centric, or it's always going diagonal, cutting down the map into 2 parts. While it looks like a lot of players have gotten down at the reverse side. Finally, we can see an action gameplay coming at the northern side. Well, right now the fight has already begun between team number 9 and 6 right there. Well, it's going to be Vishesh taking down Hardy, and the confirmation comes right there. It's going to be 2 players fighting out for themselves. Junior Kingdom, they already secured 1 kill into their hands.
Yeah, Junior Kingdom starting off very well, and they have the third player inside as well, and they have done the damage, and they might just go out with another knock. They already have 4 points in the bag. Hellboy has been taken out as well. Team 4247 completely annihilated in the first few seconds of the game. A beautiful, beautiful start coming in from Junior Kingdom as they have got those 4 kills without having any casualties. But it's Pima Saktishchip. We are seeing the action again. Finally, teams are going at the edges, at the center as well. But this is something really interesting. We had a fight in Mill. It was completely finished off in the first few seconds. As soon as they got the Junior Kingdom got the gun, they slammed into those compounds. They completely cleared out those compounds. They're going to get the loot, but divide and rule. Even if they had an early fight, they have moved away from that.
Yeah, another early fight coming in from All-Star Esports, taking down one of the players. That's going to be Muria down, I guess.
Mukia taken out.
Yeah, Mukia. That was only one player standing. I mean, out of the blue, he popped up, and team number 11 was like, whoa, we have a player right there. Looks like he's a bot. Let's just get that kill. I mean, no offense. I did not made it in the wrong way. While team number 11, they have 1 kill. Stone Crushes right there. They're actually taking that cover through team number 4. If they give away their position, team number 4, they're already being aggressive right there.
Oh, Vishesh!
Ashish, he takes down a Vishesh, who has been quite a good player.
Oh, no!
The kill. Nope, because JR Deep is going to come for that quick trade, while Suraj is going to take down JR Deep. It's a lot of trade gameplay coming in from both of the teams, while Stone Crushers, they've actually secured 1 kill, taking down JR Deep. Well, it's going to be another kill onto the Vishesh as well. I mean, only if they know that Vishesh is on the other side of the tree. While Junior Kingdom, they've shown such an aggression. That's another player down coming from Junior Kingdom, and there comes a Bullets fighting through the Stone Crushers, and Ash is taking down another player. 11 teams, 39 players alive. I don't know what has happened to Junior Kingdom. I mean, at the beginning of the match, they went like rivals, and they got taken down like rats.
I guess it's just that they were carried away with the first kind of victory they got.
Yeah.
There were a lot of random Russians coming into play. But Grim Reaper, it's going to be the M8 from his hand. Is going to get a knock onto the meme. And yes, the glue walls have come out, but the revival hasn't. Finally, the revival comes through as well. But they have been spotted. Another shot coming in, and he'll connect again, but not enough to get that knock. As Fanil, he has a sight on the players of Team 1. They are still 4 men standing. Shots are being taken, but Grim Reaper, they have already lost a guy. Even if they have this hardcover to the name, I don't know how they lost out on one of their players. But this fight, let's see if Team 1 is actually looking for a fallback, because they are on the edges, whereas you can already see Danish trying to unite with his teammates. So I guess they are looking for a fallback here, because they are looking to go away on the other edge. But yes, the Russian is also arriving at the same time. So let's see what they are up to, as this will be a fight between Team 1 and Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper, they have already lost a guy, so that's going to hamper their push. But Team 1, they are using the underground path.
Definitely, but they have that, they have that advantage of being already conquered the clock tower. Little do they, team number 1 knows that it's already team number 3. But Creeper, Anu exactly knows all the positions of team number 1. I don't know why he didn't take a shot, because he was waiting for the backup, or maybe they do not want to take an initial fight as the last one player. And there comes the shot. Maybe he could have gotten that knocked out, but unfortunately he does not, and immediately falls back because he does not want to give his position away. That's going to be a warning given away for team number 1.
Yeah, Anu with that M4 is very, very lethal. And right now, Team 1, I don't know what they are thinking, because they were on the other edge. I guess it was the eastern edge where they were. Now they have rotated towards the western edge, but they are still unsure what they want to do, because all their players, they are separated. And I wouldn't say that this is an organized rush coming in from them, because look at their numbers. One of the players still lingering on the other edge. He's not having any kind of off angle, because the terrain there, it's blocking his angle. So I don't know what they want to do. But on the other hand, Grim Reaper, they have the complete control over this compound. They are not giving away anything. A lot of shots being taken down, and it's going to be in rugby. He's taking one of the players of, I guess it's Race, who has been taken out. Tamim taken out very early in this fight. The revival will be coming through though, and this is what I was talking about. Now Team 7 coming up from a different angle, a third party angle, can really spice up things here. But team number 1, they are in between these two teams. Let's see how that works out for them.
Definitely, I think once again the Watchtower has been coming to the play with the divide and rule stream. Well, it's going to be Zidan who's actually taking a very off angle. Team number 7, they entirely positioned themselves on that road. So if there's any team who is passing through that road, taking a little vacation in the vehicles, they'll get boomed in no seconds. While team number 1, they've got the control of one of those compounds. While Grim Reaper, they still have that eye on team number 1. because it's going to be a 3 versus 4 fight. Clock Tower, it's a very beautiful place, and it's actually like, you know, it's actually like a refinery. You know, Clock Tower is like refinery. They've got the entire view throughout the map. While looks like it's down to 11 teams, 38 players still alive. I don't know if Grim Reaper will be able to make it to the top 3.
Yeah, a quick scope comes in from him, but unfortunately not able to connect as of now. But Team 12, they are waiting on the periphery. As soon as the fight starts, they'll start to move in. But again, Team 1, they are looking for another rotation for some reason. Team Roses, can they make the best out of it? A few shots coming in from Sheikh. A little bit of damage to Finil, but not enough this time as well. Finally, I just think they are looking for a rush in here. They're looking for a push.
Yeah.
Kalu gets one onto Sheikh. That's Team Roses on the receiving end. Maximus Esports coming in from the other edge as well. This is what I was talking about. Team Roses, they were having enough numbers, but it was not working out for them. For some reason, they were just going from the eastern edge to the western edge and then to the northern edge. But everything is falling apart right now. Team Roses, they are being ripped apart by everyone as Anu gets another.
Team No. 1 did not expect too many friendly neighbors coming into the compound right there. It was actually 4 teams cooking up for themselves. So while it's only 1 player standing from Team Roses who's going to quickly take that car and, you know, fall back from that position, while Team number 3, Team number 12, they might have a fight, and unless Team number 12, you know, they want to take that positioning towards Clock Tower, and that's a very bad idea if you ask me, because they've got 2 kills aroundly. Grim Reaper right now, they're pushing to the other edge of the Clock Tower, questing for the loot. And I think, you know, Grim Reaper, this team, they did not take a lot of loot in their hands. I mean, they did not even go for the big guns. They were only quite worried about teams not taking them down, now as already they lost 1 player.
Yeah, and now the circle takes a southwestern shift to spice up things even more, as Team 4 and Team 5, they'll be struggling to move in. But I guess there is no one on the edge of the circle, so they'll have an easy way into the zone. As Divide and Rule, they have their eyes set, and they are going in. They are showing no remorse, no mercy on the players of Team 8. It's Alone who has been spotted. Suhail gets knocked out. Suhail gets confirmed as well. Bhag Mohataya is actually defining his name right now. Starbulate gets one as well. Petard comes up with that M82B, as all of a sudden Team 8 is down to the last player who's trying to fall back. He's left with no option then to fall back, and yes, that fallback is also not working out. Oh my god, Mohataya, what are you doing? Aman spotted and taken out. That's the Iden Rule, going over with those 2 kills and also dominating this region right now.
Definitely, I mean, 10 teams, 32 players alive. That's actually 6 players alive in a blink of an eye, while 1 player from team number 7 has been taken down, unfortunately. I think team number 10 is trying to play a split gameplay, because 2 players to the left, 2 players to the right. They have quite a very beautiful position right there. It's got to be Team Lucky Boys. These team names, man, I've got to give it, you know, someday there should be an award given for the best, you know, team name. We see Lucky Boys, we see Dead Man Rise, we see 4 Comrades. We've seen very unique names. I think that's what gamers are known for, their creativity and the type of game play that they showcase. While team number 7, they're down to 3 players. Oh, what? There comes the danger zone. I think team number 3 is standing out in the open. Grim Reaper down to 3 players. They only have 1 kill in the hand.
Yeah, they only have 1 kill in their hand, as Divide and Rule still 4 men standing. They have positioned themselves really well. Let's see how that works out for them. Team 7 versus Team 10. This is one of those fights which I think will be very necessary in the next few phases, because the circle is actually taking a southern shift, and after that it is going to spice up a lot of things. But Divide and Rule, with 2 kills in their hand, they would like to get a lot more ranking points here. But yes, if they survive till the end, if they survive with 4 players, they're definitely going to go away with those kills. Just because look at the zone right now, it has taken a central shift. All the 4 players are in the center. Bhagmat Aya, he has been playing really well with all his teammates. Team number 3 on the southwestern edge, northwestern edge, sorry, but you know, they're on the other side of the river. So let's see how that works out.
Definitely, I think that's quite working into the favor of team number 3 right there. Actually, they're working against the claws, they're going against the circle. I don't know what's happening right now. Team number 2, 5, 6, they're still outside the circle. Well, the time is clicking down. They really have to make it inside the clock. Team number 11, they're actually south side of the Mass Electric. I don't know what they're looking forward to do there.
Yeah, let's see how that works out, as Team 6 coming in from the northeastern edge. And, you know, we talked about this. That part of the circle is completely empty, so they are going to have a comfortable way into the zone. Bhima Sakti strip is being taken by the players of Lucky Boys, but I still feel a lot more high ground is required for them. They are playing on the edges right now, but as soon as they go up, I guess that's going to help them a lot more. As you know, if you talk about the players alive right now, Alone Boys and Team 4247, they had to go early. Team Rose is down to 1. We talked about this. The Clock Tower fight didn't work out in their favor. Junior Kingdom also, they had a very good start in the mill, I guess it was. But after that, they were third-partied by some other team, and they lost 3 players in that fight. But we still have 10 teams left. 32 players alive. This is going to, you know, be a very good final circle fight that we are going to see.
Yeah, I think the entire advantage is in the hands of Maximum Esports with 4 kills and 4 players standing still alive. That's going to be 12 points into their hands. While it's going to be a tough and difficult situation for Lucky Boys while they're out in the open. Bhima Sakti Strip, team number 6, 4-man standing alive while they're inside the compound seeking a very beautiful edge. Well, there's one team name I would like to take. They took a very great initial fight. They got 4 kills, but they're down to only 1 player.
Yeah, I mean, that was very unfortunate for them, and it was just because of the third party that came in from the other side. And specifically in Mill, we have seen a lot of third parties, and that happened in the last Bermuda game as well. For 4 comrades, actually, it was last time. So that has been happening for a long time. But Stone Crushers, they have had a very good start. But right now, Team 2 versus Team 5. Let's see how that works out for them. Fab 52, they only have 3 players standing. On the other side, we have Team 2 coming in, and yes, they are looking for this fight. MA2B, Car, all of these guns are coming up. Let's see who gets the better part of the stick as this fight unfolds on the edge of the zone.
Yeah, definitely. While one of the players are actually being taken out, that's Jaguar spraying through the aerial and confirms the kill. Right now, team number 5, they're in a big trouble, while team number 2 over-attack. They're actually over-attacking at the moment. 10 teams left, 31 players alive. They're making their way towards the team number 5. It's going to be a close combat fight coming. Bonds to rush, rushing through the smoke, gives a beautiful headshot, takes the player down. Another confirmation coming in for team number 2, while it's going to be Ashen who's fighting for his life behind the glue wall. Can he get that kill is the question right here. Shake, he's being haunted by over attack right now, and he will get haunted. Immediately gets taken out. That chrono shield, it will be not used for a long time.
Yeah, born to rush YT, defining his name again, and he's born to rush, and he proves it well as an over attack. Off to a very good start, off to a flyer here with 3 kills and no casualties coming up whatsoever. But they are looking for a rotation here as the next circle. It's definitely going to go away from them. That's something that I really would want to. I mean, I'm definitely going to see that. But Bhima Sakti Strip, since it's outside the circle, and we had a couple of teams on that edge, so they are going to have a hard way moving into the zone as the next zone will start to close in a matter of 52 seconds, and we are down to 9 teams and 29 players, and suddenly it has become a little passive. Suddenly, you know, the pace of the game, it has gone to a little slower. And if you compare this game to the last game as well, the last game was a lot more quicker, maybe just because of the fact that it was the last game for group 5 and this is the first game for group 6, so teams are taking a little slow as Bhag Mautaya will get one onto Pitart, but let's see if that confirmation arrives.
Yeah, and the confirmation will definitely arrive. That's going to be UAV getting deployed on the heads of team number 7 and 6. Well, right now, Divide and Rule, they are inside the watchtowers taking a close combat fight against team number 6 as well as team number 12. I think 3 teams under the UAV. What's happening right there? They know each other's positioning. They're looking at each other and they're like, damn bro, hi, I'm standing right here. Can you take me down? That's the real deal coming out for team number 12. Well, PSPK, I think he might have got spotted out right there, but they're inside the compound. They got that advantage, and it's going to be team number 6 in the big trouble as they're in the high ground and in the open, Dinkar.
Yeah, UAV revealing positions here, but there are 3 teams on this edge of the zone, and the next circle, I think it will take maybe an edge shift, but let's see. That's a different story that we'll have to tell in a later while. But team 3 coming in from outside the circle with team 6 and 7 gatekeeping for them. It's going to be a hard way for them. Bhag Mautaya, he has been very good with his gun today. I mean, he has been one of the players who has been accurately connecting his shots. It's going to be LB trying to move in on the player. I guess it's the last player from team 4 who is still surviving, who is still running with that baton for his team as he has been spotted. A lot of teams want to get that kill. Smokey has been spotted again. A lot of shots coming in from Jigs. That's the Grows are doing the damage, but Smokey will survive. He has that Thompson in his hand, but can he do a 1v3 here? Smokey, he's being manhandled by all of the players from Lucky Boys. Lucky Boys, they want this kill desperately, and yes, they are going to get it. That's shutdown coming in for Lucky Boys. But Lucky Boys, they have dominated this game completely. It was a 1v4 fight. We did expect it, but now it will be the race towards the zone, which is going to happen for all these teams, because we expected this. The zone is going to betray everyone. Team Rose is eliminated as well, as we are down to 7 teams and 27 players.
Definitely, that's 27 players standing, while the Grim Reaper, I think they're quite close to the zone. Zone might close in any time because it's just 28 seconds left, while team number 7, they're still inside the watchtower. Team number 6 is slowly making their way inside the circle. Team number 11 right now, they're having a close fight against team number 2. There's got to be Jaguar spraying shots towards the low ground. It's not only one team, it's actually 2 teams they're fighting against. 10 and 11 from the high ground. Can they make it? Lucky boys, they only have 1 kill. They're standing behind this, shouting actually shots towards Umar right there. But there's no team who have gotten the complete advantage of being inside the circle, Dinkar. So this might allow all the players to get pushed when the circle starts to shrink.
Yeah, it's all about the timing right now. On Team 10, they're looking very good with that timing. Ashish gets one onto Shawbaz. Let's see if that confirmation arrives as Born to Rush. They want the complete control of the circle, but for that, they'll have to fight it out with the Team 10. As a lot of shots coming in from All Stars Esports. Can they prove it? As the Thunderbolt is trying to move in. A lot of shots being connected on him. The car will provide them with a little bit of cover, but that's not going to be enough because that car is outside the zone. They are moving in. Team 2 already have the high ground. Team 10 also on the edge, but Team 11, they are looking to survive here. The battle for survival, the battle to move into the circle, it's on. Bhag Mautaya gets one, Jago gets one as well. Zidan goes down by the play zone. Team 2, they have 3 players standing, but all are struggling with those health points.
Definitely, the circle has shrunk down to very little one right now, while it's got to be Rana taking down 2 players down, and there comes the confirmation. Maximum esports have been done and dusted, while it's got to be team number 10 fighting off a close fight against team number 2. That's got to be Hex, who's over-attacking right now. Over-attack is down to 2 players. Lucky Boy down to 3, but they still have 2 kills in the hands, and there's no team inside the circle, which is only gonna make all the teams survive even more tougher because Jaguar has been taken down. Lucky Boy's T carry is being shot, and he gets taken down. That's got to be last player standing, and there comes the shot, taking down the entire squad down right there. Lucky Boys have been eliminated at the top 5 teams left.
It's Suraj versus Anu, and Anu will get the job done. That's Grim Reaper going over with those coils. But Anu, how well is this guy playing today? 5 kills to his name, but he's still keeping the dream alive for his team. He's still surviving. He's looking for those ranking points as well. Umar has been spotted. Rana coming up with that spray. Will that kill that kill? I mean, Umar has been eliminated. Jay goes down as well. Bhag Mautaya, this guy is on a roll right now. 4 kills for him. Thunderbolt has been spotted, but the glue wall will protect him for a little while. Team 11 also inside the circle. Team 3 has moved in as well. Thunderbolt, the last player. Will he survive? No, actually, Bhag Mautaya with the Thompson is proving to be very lethal as All-Star Esports goes down at the 3rd spot. We are down to the last 2 teams, last 3 players. Bhag Mautaya versus Anu. This is one of the the battles that I have been waiting for. Anu has been spotted. He's struggling with those health points. The grenade doesn't connect, but he goes for the spray. Unfortunately, not able to connect so well. Bhag Mautaya with those 87 HP, and he's still healing. He's still healing.
Anu, the last player standing for his team, can he be the knight in shining armor? He's behind the glue wall. Once the glue wall gets taken down, it's going to be quite a play. But
oh my God!
That grenade! Bhag Mautaya or Maut aa gaya, and there comes the kill. And Anu is down to really low HP, and the zone is taking him off. Looks like it's going to be Anurag who takes down, and there comes this team divide and rule from nowhere. They come on to the top, carrying away that booyah, while it's going to be Grim Reaper on the 2nd position. All-Star Esports on the 3rd with 7 kills. I think the top 3 teams have the equal number of kills. That's going to be 7-7-7.
Yeah, Anurag with a glorious shot right there with that M82B going away with that booyah. And it was a 1v1 fight, and I was like, why is Anurag going for that sniper? And all of a sudden he connects. He takes down Anu, the beast. I mean, he was playing very differently. It was an amazing game coming in from Anu as well. I guess he also got 4 to 5 kills. He was actually one of the only players from his team who got away with those kill points and those ranking points as well. He deserves all the praise, but nothing can be taken away from Bhag Mautaya as well. The way he was playing, the way he was dominating the circle, the way he stood up till the end. But it was just that all it took was just one grenade, and it all fell down for them as we'll be moving down to the highlights again.
Yeah, Anu was down to really low HP. I think that was the only reason how easily he could take that sniper shot. Quickly jumping into the highlights, it's got to be Junior Kingdom, who have quite outperformed in the first few seconds of the game, taking down 4 kills into the hands. While Divide and Rule, they have been performing very well. All-Star Esports got out that 1 left and takes down Mukhya at the moment.
Yeah, and then it was Stone Crushers leading the charge for their team. Damon got a lot of connection on Antaryami. He was really good with that. He got that confirmation. But Team 4, I guess, this is where they fell apart, where the complete team game was required, but they were coming in installments. They were taken out completely. Then Team 12 coming up as a 3rd party in Clock Tower, dominating the game. And then it was all Bhag Mautaya and Anu after this, taking away all those kills.
Yes, exactly. While over attack, they did try their level best to the top 5. They made it to the top 5, but unfortunately they got taken down. But it's got to be Lucky Boys who eliminated Junior Kingdom. Quite outperformed Stone Crushers. They made it to the top 4 kills, but unfortunately they immediately got traded for Divide and Rule. While Divide and Rule, they have made very well of a gameplay. While it was the Anu, the last player standing in for the team in a 1 versus 2 situation, he threw that grenade to the perfect place, but Anurag right there. Anu was down to really low HP when he got off at the danger zone. He unfortunately got taken down, and there comes the booyah for the team.
Yeah, and it was a different gun actually from Anu, but beautiful play coming in from him. He played it out beautifully.
Yes.
Definitely deserved that booyah, and his team is certainly going to sit on the top of the leaderboard. That's something that is going to happen. But MVP, I won't be surprised if it's Anu. Maybe it might just be Bhagmataya, but I still feel it will be Anu
Cannot
from his
be.
team.
I mean, it cannot be both as well.
Oh, Anu,
it's
yeah.
actually Anu. I mean, he did a good job. 6 kills, 4 headshots, 207 damage. That's the highest damage that I've seen today.
Yeah, 2107 damage coming in from him, 6 kills and 4 headshots. Amazing coming in from Anu. And Bhagmataya, I guess he'll be sitting at the 2nd spot if you talk about the MVP. After that, it's going to be a tough fight for, I mean, it's going to be 3 kills or 2 kills coming up till the 5th spot. But I still feel it's not going to be someone from Grim Reaper. Let's see how
Bhagmataya, as you predicted,
yeah,
he's the top 2nd player.
At 2nd with 5 kills and even more damage than the first player. But Thunderbolt with 5 kills as well, 1690 damage. This is something that I didn't expect. But yes, this guy was actually dominating from the start itself. He was going away with those kills, and he's very well deservedly placed. Thunderbolt 5 kills and 1619 damage coming in. Antayami at 4th with 3 kills. Anurag coming in from Divide and Rule as well with a total of 2 kills and 1294 damage.
Yeah, that was actually, Bhagmataya has the higher great damage compared to the INS Anu, but at the moment the kills come into the play, and Anu have actually got that advantage when he took the last kill onto Bhagmataya. I mean, if Anu did not take that kill onto Bhagmataya, I think he would have been the top first. But it's got to be Divide and Rule in the first position with 7 kills, Grim Reaper with 7 kills, only 3 points different, and the 3rd position carrying away with All-Star Esports with 7 kills. Top 3 teams, they've got equal number of kills, only just 3 points difference between them.
Yeah, it's the ranking point actually making the difference right here. Top 3 teams differentiated by just 5 points, so that tells you the complete picture. And the next game, Kalahari, it's going to be a very important game for all these teams. On the other hand, if you talk about 4th and 5th spot, they are not very far away from the top 3 teams, so these teams cannot be comfortable just by the first game itself, because if these teams perform well, over attack, Stone Crushers 23 points, 22 teams for them, 22 points for them. So if any of these teams can come up with a booyah or 2nd spot, 5 to 8 kills, they will definitely be coming up in the top 3 at the end of the 2nd game. But that's something that we'll be talking about later on. But we still have 2 more games left for the end of playoffs 3. But these teams, they're coming up with everything here. AWM's coming into play in the last circle, in the last fight. I mean, out of the box.
Yeah, it was a very close gameplay, because you see the top 3 teams, they had equal number of kills, 7-7-7, and there was only 3 points difference between the top 3 teams. So it's going to be quite difficult to actually take the prediction that which team might be going into the top 3. Well, we still have 2 maps left. We've seen Team Noobs can go from rags to riches, and we might expect one of those teams again popping out in Kalahari. When the map changes, the team play changes, the strategy changes, the players change. I mean, their entire mindset changes, and also the terrain changes. So the terrain, it plays a very vital role.
Yeah, and right now, what you have to do, you just need to go in the chat and type Snapdragon and UID in the chat and send it in, so that you can participate in the 1060 diamonds giveaway, which is happening. And on top of that, you can also subscribe to the channel if you want to, increase your chances, if you want to elevate your chances for going in. But right now, it's time for a short little break. And after that, we'll be coming up with the next 2 games, the last 2 games.
Enjoy premium mobile experiences wherever you go. You deserve a premium device powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G mobile platform. Experience cutting-edge 5G speeds in more places, allowing for fiber-like internet speeds, low latency, and fun new experiences. Can you believe the driver is a mile away? With 5G, imagine remote driving from a different country or continent. Snapdragon 888 features Qualcomm Fast Connect 6900 connectivity system, taking Wi-Fi to the next level with multi-gigabit Wi-Fi 6 speeds. Whether you're at home or in a coffee shop, You deserve fast and reliable Wi-Fi when you need it. Experience wireless audio on par with wired. Enjoy sync-sensitive entertainment like video games or shows.
Open YouTube.
With low latency and premium audio quality.
Take me to Qualcomm's podcast.
You deserve a voice assistant that actually listens. Experience better voice recognition for a multitude of tasks, even when your environment becomes noisy.
Stop. Call Earl.
Turn on noise cancellation for the benefit of you and everyone on the call.
Hello? It's so loud.
Hold on, let me turn on the noise cancellation. Can you hear me better now?
Much better. Much better.
Great.
When it comes to your device, you deserve a total connectivity powerhouse. You deserve premium mobile experiences. You deserve Qualcomm Snapdragon.
Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. And wherever 5G is helping to make driving safer by connecting cars to the road, traffic lights, and everything else. You'll see our 5G leadership on the smart factory floor, where wireless connectivity is making everything more efficient. You'll see it transforming industries like agriculture, and where 5G is helping an entire festival to live stream the show at the same time. See our 5G leadership powering always connected mobile PCs, and wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. At Qualcomm, we remain focused on transforming industries, creating jobs, and supporting the economy. The invention age is here. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is powering always connected mobile PCs at a time we need it most. The invention age is here. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. That means you'll see our 5G leadership transforming industries like agriculture. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. The invention age is here. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. You'll see our 5G leadership on the smart factory floor, where wireless connectivity is making everything more efficient. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. That means you'll see our 5G leadership wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. At Qualcomm, we invented the breakthroughs that made 5G possible. You'll see our leadership wherever 5G is helping to make driving safer by connecting cars to the road, traffic lights, and everything else. The invention age is here, and it's about to change everything. Staying connected is now more important than ever, and 5G strengthens those connections. Qualcomm's 5G leadership is supporting virtual ways of learning, even in remote areas. You'll see our 5G leadership powering always connected mobile PCs, and wherever multiplayer gaming is connecting more friends in real time. At Qualcomm, we remain focused on transforming industries, creating jobs, and supporting the economy. The invention age is here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After an epic fight performed by Anu from Grim Reapers, I mean, you were there.
Yeah.
You were watching it throughout, and you also know that the way Anu started to maintain his patience, even though he had almost 1 HP or 2 HP.
Yeah, he was down to very few HP, but still that fight that came up, the usage of grenade, the usage of utilities was just perfect. But at the end, health points did matter. The space in the zone did matter. As the zone started to push in, he had no choice but to go into the circle. But it also pushed him into the hands of his opponents. That was, I guess, Anurag
from
the other side.
Yeah,
Amazing.
AWM. Somewhere I felt that if Anu had a little bit of more health, this fight could have been even more tougher, because
or maybe the circle as well.
Yeah. So eventually this fight came out to the last circle. At the 5th circle, I saw there was more than 5 teams fighting it out. So that comes up to show the level in which our tournament is standing. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and also, a lot of teams went out early.
Yeah.
With that being said, and still in the 4th, 5th circle, we still had a lot of teams left in the circle. So that tells you that yes, there were a lot of early fights inside. In the starting, there were a lot of the same drops being taken by same teams. But after that, the rotation was just too good. Yes, they were not able to avoid those early fights. But after that, it was just a perfect display of the rotations and the strategies coming up from all the teams that we had. All these teams inside the last zone.
So eventually the second map is going to be Kalahari, which is going to pop up anytime on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. This, the more we speak about the analysis of each game, probably we'll be coming up with new conclusion as to who will be taking up the whole group table. Right now we can see that everybody are equally distributed when it comes to firepower. Everybody's strategy has been really simple: play a little defensive, then go in for the kills, right? So what do you think will be different in Kalahari when it comes to the same group where they'll be fighting it, and it all relies on the gun power which you have in this map?
Yeah, I still feel that in Kalahari, it's all about those early fights that you take, not losing out on any of your players when you're taking those fights, and then going away with the kills at the same time. It elevates your position. Yes, we talked about this in the past few days as well, that yes, we might have a lot less locations when it comes to Kalahari, and early fights, it's very hard to avoid them. So yes, there will be a lot of early fights, but who can get the best out of it? That still remains a very big question.
Yes, as the flight path has already revealed itself, it's going to be the map of Kalahari. This is going to be the second match of this group, and eventually there's going to be a final match. The flight has taken a little northern shift, due to which there will be a lot of scope for players to jump off on the southern part, and looks like Santa Catarina is going to have the blue zone. It's one good place to be looting a lot of places because it's very much an open field. So people can get loots very easily and very faster.
And yeah, Junior Kingdom off to Refinery. This is some kind of drop where we have seen a lot of teams fighting for that. Just because it provides you a lot of high ground. But Team 2 and Team 12, they are definitely going for an early fight. Let's see how that pans out for them. Because in the last few zones, in the last few matches, actually, we have seen this, that as soon as you get a gun, you tend to be a lot more offensive. Sometimes it works out for you, and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see in whose favor that's going to go. As Kalu has got that Vector in his hand, he'll try to rush in as quickly as possible. But on the other side, we are seeing a lot of M4s coming in as well from Umar.
Yeah, it's MP5s which will actually matter when it comes to Kalahari. I've always seen that the rate of power of a gun will always matter, because eventually the close fights, this is the only spot in the whole of Kalahari, I feel, which has a lot of a compound very close to one another. So eventually it's going to be a little bit easier for you to take cover. At the same time, it's going to be easy for your teams to third party an enemy who's firing at you.
Yeah, Born to Rush, he's ready with his P90 as the Black will go in with the sniper. Unfortunately, not getting enough chances right now to connect any. But I feel that Team 12, they're looking for some more loot before they will be actually going in a fight, as a lot of shots being connected by KSR on PSPK, but not enough to knock him out. Petard, he was very good in the last match. If you talk about it, he actually made sure that his team is going to survive till the end. But this time, they're looking to fall back. They're looking for some more loot, and they're trying to disengage here. But Team 2, they're not allowing them. Over attack. They are over attacking right now, and they are defining their names. Let's see if they can go with some kills, as Maximus is they only start with 3 players.
Yeah, I know. Over attack right now will be strategizing something really strong, because they obviously know it's going to be a 4v3 situation which is going to pop up between them. But one thing is for sure, Team 12 have come up with one kind of a strategy where they can take the support of a little bit of a ridge which is falling behind. As you can see, that PSPK will eventually disappear behind the ridge as we were speaking about it, and eventually make it to the nearest compound before team number 2 come against them, and over attack will not be able to execute most of their strategy over here.
Yeah, but now over attack, they have full control over that compound, so they are going to get a lot of loot. But I still feel that in the later part of the zones, these two teams will face off against each other again, and then over attack will be having a better hand at this fight, because they have the complete control over that compound. They'll be getting a lot of loot. They have good numbers as well. It is already a 4v3 fight, since the other team, Maximus Esports, I guess it was, who only came in with 3 players. But right now it's Divide and Rule, who are looking for the smaller compounds at not a complete location. So let's see how that pans out for them, because we have seen that when you are looking for the smaller compounds, it just doesn't complete your loot to that extent as you compare it with the other team. Command Post, I guess it was, where Team Lucky Boys went, but now there are a lot of shots being connected on them from the players of Team 7. It's Bhagmoth Aya again who's redeeming himself with those shots, but let's see if he can get any.
See, eventually, even if it's a small compound and you have a blue zone written everywhere around your place, I think it is gonna give you a lot of loot. But eventually, Santa Catarina had it, and I don't see any team really close to it. I thought that team number 12 will fall back, regroup, and eventually go there. But team number 6 have had enough number of loot, and they've already started for those early rotation towards refinery. Probably this will be the best thing for them to do. But in case they get spotted out in between, probably there'll be a patty in a sandwich.
Yeah, Bhag Mautaya waiting for his opportunity on the players of Team LB. But if you talk about the first zone that was just created, I don't feel that it carries a lot of importance, just because the fact that it covers a lot of ground. Even if it was a complete southern shift that came into play, a lot of ground was still available for all those teams. So let's see where the second circle will pop in, and it is going to spice up a lot of things. But it is already getting hot here, as Team 7 and Team 10, they were already here, but FTH coming in from the other side, they are going to make things a little more interesting. And all these teams, they have nowhere to go. As soon as one of the player gets knocked out, a complete rush might just come in, but there will be only one team who will survive from here on.
I think team number 10 is the most vulnerable team at this point of time, as Team 7 have a different angle completely on them. And we are speaking about other skirmishes which is taking place. It's going to be Team All-Stars Esports who are taking down team number 3, not far away from confinement, sorry. But let's see, Anu gets taken down. That is one player who shouldn't get finished off, but gets finished off. This is going to be big bad news which is coming up for Grim Reapers, as they'll be losing the MVP of the previous match for the team. But eventually, in case this Grim Reapers will be able to execute a little more defensive gameplay and make it into the end, probably they'll have a fighting chance in Bermuda.
Yeah, very big blow coming up for Grim Reapers, as it's going to be All-Stars Esports off to a very good start in this fight. But will they rush in? Because now they know that Anu is already out of the game, so they have a higher chance of taking the team out. But moving in from open won't be a wise decision, and I guess they are not looking to fight here. Since they have got Anu, now they have started to rotate towards the other side, because they feel that they are on the edge of the circle, and circle carries much more importance as of now rather than going into a fight. And even if you win those fights, and if you lose a couple of players, or maybe even one player, that's going to hamper your way for the booyah that you are going to take. But this is what I was talking about. These are fights that will take a lot of time to actually finish off, but a lot of utilities will be drawn out, because you can already see these players connecting a lot of shots, and even if you're not able to get that knock-in confirmation, you're still drawing out utilities, and that is going to help you in the long run.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking forward for that one team who's trying to taunt the other teams to burn their resources, because that's really important. Yep. Everybody knows that Kalahari is going to be one map where you have to be very precise with your scope, you have to be very precise with your snipers. But in case they get to know that the oppositions only have an AR with them, they'll really want to taunt them, make sure they burn up all their resources, and then eventually when they're running towards them, they'll just go head on with that firepower. So looking forward for all those skirmishes to take place early on, so that we'll have lesser teams to fight in the final circle, where we can execute a better casting for you people.
Yeah, but look at team number 7, how well they have distributed themselves. One of the players on the northern side, then 2 players covering the eastern edge, and that too on the eastern edge they had 2 players, one on the top and one at the bottom. So that gives them a lot of angles. Maybe they have the 270-degree view right now on all of those players, but let's see how that works out for them, as we are going back to the compound fight which is happening between Team Roses and Team 3. Team Roses, they were a lot more unorganized in the last game in Clock Tower, and that we were talking about this in the last fight as well. Let's see if they can come up as a complete team in this one. But Team 3, they are disengaging again. The loss of Anu, yes, it's going to hamper them, but Team Rose is looking for the shots. All the 4 players actually had that opportunity to knock down a few players from Team 3, but Team 3, they have made it to safety.
Yeah, Jay, he used the chrono at the right point. Somewhere I felt that he won't be able to make it into the final point, but that one character chrono has opened up so much of abilities for each player to showcase their talent, and that is how it was used. He used it at the door, rather than going anywhere else. He used it at the door at one point where he felt that, okay, now I might get taken out, let me make use of it. So that clever thinking will obviously bring in a lot of opening. Over here on the other end, we have team number 9 versus team number 7, which is going to take place at the sub. That one place where only the team with the higher ground will always have a major advantage. As we can see, divide and rule will be falling back to an extent, so that they don't face off team number 9, because everybody right now is thinking of the defensive gameplay rather than the offensive one.
Yeah, and everybody, as you said, because you look at this, lot of teams, all of these teams are actually in a very close proximity to each other, but then also they are looking for a fallback. And I'm really happy with this thing that in the past we have seen these fallbacks, they are not of much good use and teams get taken out early, but this time all the fallbacks are coming true, they are successful, and we still have 46 players and 12 teams alive, even if the second circle will start to close in a matter of 37 seconds. So this is going to spice up things in the later phase of the circle. We'll be seeing a lot more fights. Team Rose is trying to rotate inside the zone as well from the Bayfront region. Ritesh also having the high ground advantage. Let's see if we can take down a few players before Roses actually moves up and gets that high ground to their name, as Danish has been spotted and he'll go down. That's Thunderbolt, one of the top players from the last game, and we'll get that confirmation as well.
See, this is what happens when you don't look around, you know. You're running and you're so overconfident that nobody's coming behind you, and this will where you'll pay the price as well. So on the other end, All-Stars are not safe at this point of time. The gunshots will obviously reveal them as well. They're taking a clever rotation as well. They're going around. Thunderbolt will be one person with a grappler, so he'll have a better choice as well. Over here, some shots are being connected to him through team number 1. How long will he be able to hold it out? He's burning his resources, as you can see. He's only left out with 2 more glue walls. In case that also gets taken out, I think that will be the end of him.
Yeah, as one of the players from Team SS, he's trying to rush in on the 4 players of Team 6. I don't know if it's a wise decision, but PSPK coming in from the other side will provide a beautiful cover. And look at Pipit, how well he has positioned himself. As soon as it was looking like maybe this will be a 1v4 fight, he manages to go away. And on top of that, he has also got that high ground advantage to his name, from where he can actually turn the tables for his team. But the Chrono Shield comes into play, the danger zone comes in as well. So now it gets interesting. Even if he's on the high ground, if he gets knocked out there, it is going to open up a lot of opportunities, as it is still a 1v4 fight, where actually it has been turned to a 4v4 fight right now, with Team 6 still in the center and Team 12 surrounding them completely from all the sides.
Yeah, but I think team number 12 is down to 3 players, you know. Yep. But I love what Pitat is doing over there. Look at him. He's gone to the corner of the red zone, and he would have already told his teammates, bhai mat jao right now, because if I get knocked out over here, and it's sab kuch fatega mera.
Yeah, he's going to go down, but Maximus Esports still 3 players standing with 0 kills to their name. They are looking for some more opportunities here, but the zone, it's forcing them. The zone is making them move, and this might just be one of those plays which can go against them, because Team 6, they are well prepared for this fight. Look at them. They are holding all those angles, but they also need to move in the next circle, as Kalu is coming in from the other side. Maximus Esports, we talked about this, you know, even before the match started, they were already down to 3. And when these kinds of things happen, they affect your gameplay to a lot more extent. As Team 6, yes, this is what I was talking about. Now the rush comes in. A lot of grenades being thrown as well, but nothing connected as of now. But this grenade also misses out. Oh my god! This guy has a lot of luck on his hand, but for how long?
See, Team 12 is sitting in one spot where the grenade has to bounce off to two obstacles which is in front of him. So eventually he's so confident about it. He'll obviously be relying on his teammates to give him some backup, some fight which is going to happen over here. On the other end, it's going to be Bag, who's going to be in a little bit of a trouble, as Junior Kingdom, I've already spotted them. Team number 7 are in huge trouble. Deep is going for a grenade. Grenade is tossed absolutely well, but bounces off a little away. A Chrono Shield was put up as well, but if it was timed properly where it could land right at the spot where it pitched, I think that could have brought down 2 players and eventually taken down. Easy for them to take down a full squad.
Yeah, Suraj gets knocked out by the plays on Black. FF gets one onto Wish as well. It's Mehul who's doing a lot of damage right now. Shrey will connect one onto Mehul. So it's all happening here. The fights are coming in, but Grim Reaper, they are certainly down to 1. Shawbaz connecting a lot of shots. Webov has been spotted, but no connection whatsoever coming in right now. The zone is pushing in all these players. Anurag has players inside, but will he connect as Maximus Esports? They go down, and this is what I was talking about. They were a lot passive in the initial phases, and that has gone against them. Rose is also trying to move in. Team 5 losing on a lot of numbers. Zedu coming in from the other side. Ehsan doing a lot of damage. Adil, he has a Shrey inside. Let's see if he can connect.
I don't think this is going to be the best place for these people to fight. Fab coming in from behind as a very good backup, but Divide and Rule on the other end trying to push off all the lead on Hellboy. They just won that 2 points which has been lying over there in the open for them. Eventually they have a little bit of a higher ground. Hellboy gets taken down by someone else a little far away. It's going to be probably it's Born to Rush right now coming into the game as well. I think Hellboy will get cleared off by Alpesh, who's coming in from behind. It's going to be the last player of Lucky Boy who will be targeted next and probably will get taken down anytime soon. So, see, each of the teams have come down to 1 player each. So that means that the only team which is going to be surviving with 4 players will have the better chance to make it into the final circle and probably acquire a Booyah.
Yes, as we are talking about that, two of the teams are going down. Roses off the boards as well. Team 11 trying to get a good cover to the name, but it's Deep who's doing a lot of damage right now. He has the player spotted, but not able to do enough damage, as all of the teams are actually coming up at the same side of the zone. Fennel gets one onto Smokey. We are down to the top 9 teams. Fennel, he gets another, but the glue walls are coming up. The Chrono Shield comes in as well. Ritesh trying to go for a 1v1 fight. Antayami trying to move in with that AWM and MP, but Antayami comes up, goes down actually. Thunderbolt coming in from the backside will get that knock. Confirmation as well. Thunderbolt, this guy was one of the top fraggers in the last game, and he's doing it again. He's getting the job done for his team, and I guess one of the main reasons that All Stars Esports has done so well in the past, it's because of Antayami, and he's again leading the charge for his team.
Yeah, obviously he'll be the one who's going to assault for the teams, and look at the position he's been holding. He's made sure that he's not been visible for the enemies in the beginning itself, so later on he can come in and do it. Shirley on the other end is relying on the shotgun. It's going to be the S1887, which is going to have been used in the best way possible. Early reloads will always help him out. On the other end, Bhag is also being taken down. Deep will be going for the grenade launcher. He would want to take that kill off, but right now he'll be fighting the zone as well. It's going to be the treatment gun used by his team to heal one of the other players. A beautiful grenade launcher. It's come out below. I don't know. Yes, it's connect. It takes down one player for sure. Is there some steal kill which is going to happen over there?
Let's see if they can steal away that kill as Deep comes up with another. He takes down Zidan this time as AD is trying to move in. Teammate still has 2 players standing. Team 7 on the low ground. I guess at one point they'll be struggling to move in as the terrain will force them out. Smokey goes down as well. It's all happening here. Team 11, Team 4, Team 8 as well playing on the edges. But it's Team Alone, I guess, who can make the best out of it since they were inside the circle. They can throw in those shots. Thunderbolt gets one on to Vishesh. Deep gets eliminated as well. Thunderbolt, this guy is a machine. He's going in with those kills. AD also trying to move in, but it's the circle which is doing the most damage right now. Chrono Shields being put to good use, but Glue Wall, even if they are protecting the players, it is also hampering their way into the zone.
I love the way Alone Aman is going in right now. He knows that one player is gone down.
No.
He could have confirmed the kill, whereas Jazz is coming up for the backup. He uses it exactly executed, and he takes down the last player. So team number 8 down to 1 person. Team 11 with 2 players. Thunderbolt still alive. The Ghost Rider still rushing in. Gets connected to an extent. Jazz. Oh my god, Jazz connects as well. I think that this could be the end of Thunderbolt and the beginning of an end for team 11.
Yeah, Alone Boy still has 5 kills to their name as AD, the last man surviving from his team. This is a 3v1v1v fight which is happening, but I'm afraid the last 2 players from team 2, they won't be able to move into the circle as Alone Boy. He has a player inside. It's AD. It might just be a 1v1 fight coming up as the grenade comes in from HWK AD, but not able to connect so well as another glow wall is being pulled in.
Oh, nice.
Black is the only player surviving. Just gets one onto AD. Black, oh my god, he grapples up on the top. It's a 1v1 fight, but Alone just, can he pull off a 1v1? Can he pull off a single booyah? No, he's not going to do that as it's going to be Jaguar from the other team using that grappler and going away with that booyah and the 20 points as well. 7 kills as coming their part as well.
Over attack, they have again proved to us that they are one team who can rely on one another. Even though they had a chance of getting taken on because of the zone, they knew their utilities. They knew that this is what I'll need because I can see the circle is being shifted. There's one small high ground which I can use my grappler to go in. So guys, please protect me till the end so that I'll go the last person, jump in. If there is 1 or 2 player left, I'll look at the kill fin, take them out. And the plan is executed very easily as well. So if you have strategies where you have a cool mind as well, I think it'll all work out for the team.
Yeah, and I really like the way Just played. You know, he had a shotgun in hand. He knew that it is one of the best weapons in close range. He took down one of the players first, which had 2 players standing. Then he took down the other as well with that same shotgun. Then it was a 1v1 fight at the end. Unfortunately, he was not able to go away with that booyah, but he was very close to it. Even if the other team had 3 players standing, this is what we were talking about. 2 players in the bottom. They knew that they are not going to go in, but they still tried to close in. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But right now, it's time for the highlights. This is where things started. Grim Reaper, they lost a man early, and it showed in the gameplay in the later phases.
Yeah, I know. All Stars on the other end were also a little bit dominative in the beginning, but the names, they got aced out somewhere in between the game, if I'm not wrong. On the other end, the FAF 50, those teams who started off with a good with good firepower ended up landing hard. I think that is why they say the harder you are, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So eventually we saw it all happen. JR Kingdom at one point were playing it really well. This is the last player of Alone Boy who took in that amazing shot against Thunderbolt. He just put out the fire of the Ghost Rider, you know, and that gave a huge opening. On the other end, it was the last player of Team 11 who was trying to use the grenade launcher. But look at what Jazz does, okay? He puts up a immediate glue wall over there. 1 HP, then jumps in for a shot, and then he's waiting for who else. On the other end, Jaguars are also doing that, you know, healing and stuff like that. But Black comes up, gets knocked out. Jaguar will be the last person standing, who will be healing, and he brings up the booyah for the team. So in case Jaguar had taken a fight rather than healing himself, I think that could have been the end of their team as well.
Yeah, that could have been the end for them. But right now it's about the giveaway which is happening. You just need to go in the chat, and this time there is a twist. If you talk about the keyword which has changed, the last time it was Snapdragon, but now you have to go with Elite Gaming and your UID. Make sure you're doing the right thing to participate in the giveaway, and so that you can go away with the 1060 diamond. It's not always the copy paste that works. Sometimes you have to change it as well, and to improve your chances, you know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. You have to hit the subscribe button, because it's not only today. If you're missing it today, throughout the tournament there's going to be a giveaway, so please do subscribe. Please do come back every day. There are two things. You'll be getting the action as well, you'll be getting diamonds as well. As we were speaking about action, comes to the most valuable player. It's going to be Jazz, the lone wolf fighting for a lone boys. As it says, the lone boys have one lone player who will be fighting it out. With just 1000 damage, he was able to execute 5 kills.
Yeah, it was just that his shotgun was too good for the enemies. He was connecting everything, and he made sure that he's going to go with those kills. The Black coming in from overtack as well with a total of 4 kills and 1287 damage. We have been seeing this where the second player is actually coming up with more damage than the first player. Thunderbolt as well coming in from All Stars Esports will get 4 kills and 1238 damage in his pack.
Yeah, this is the first time ever I'll see that all 5 players of all 5 MVPs are from the different team. Alone Boys, Over Attack, All Stars, Divide and Rule, and Team 42-47. So all of them have 1200 damage face. But it shows out that Jazz was one who's able to execute the shots properly, due to which he's got 5 kills. We have always spoken, Kalahari is all about the firepower you hold on to, and look at what has come out over here. Over Attack with 7 kills. Alone Boys, all credits to one man who took 5 kills to his pocket. It's 6 kills for them, and 34-29 respectively.
Yeah, not just 6 kills. He also got those position points for his team by eliminating the other teams. So that was something that he did as a lone survivor. But All Stars Esports at 3rd with 25 points. 4th position goes to Divide and Rule with 25. Junior Kingdom also coming up at 5th with a total of 20 points. So this is what I really like in this group. In the last game as well, there was not much difference between the top 5 and in this one as well. If you talk about the 2nd position and 5th position, there is a difference of just 9 points. And I'm saying just because you can cover up this and you can compensate this with just 4 to 5 kills in the next game. So this opens up a lot of things throughout the group. Yes, Over Attack has done well. Yes, Alone Boys have done well. But when the cumulative scores come in, I feel that the first 5 teams, there'll be a lot of things to fight for in the next game.
Yeah, Divide and Rule being a little safe with 59 points, 1 point away from 60. They have 13 kills as well. Over Attack on the other end coming right behind them with just 1 kill away. It's going to be 57 points. All Star Esports 54 points. These 3 teams will be fighting out a little defensive. They want to make sure that they don't get taken out by any of the other teams. The next 3 teams competing for them will be Grim Reapers, Junior Kingdoms, and Alone Boys, who are not far away. Just like 10-20 points differences. But the one team which can bounce back really hard will be Stone Crushers if they can go in like how Team IND did one day.
Yeah, and I feel that even if Grim Reaper, Junior Kingdom, even if there is a 15 points difference, if they can do what I guess it was Noob Kings, if they can repeat that, if they can come up with a 50 points game that we have seen in the past, so that will be very good. 15 kills, booyah, that's enough, and they can climb up the ladder. It will be 89 points at the end, and it will be enough, I guess, to move into the next phase. But 50 points game, when you have the 12 best teams coming in the group 6, it's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. There's still a hope left for those teams. Let's see if they can do it. As the top 3 teams, they'll be fighting for their spots.
Yeah, other than Kalahari, I don't think there is any other map when it comes to Free Fire where one player can hold off till the end. Like Alone Boys, there was one player who stood off till the end because he had that small cover on the ridge. But in Bermuda, you don't have such ridges. You don't have places where you can stand off. Either the circle will form somewhere somewhere closer to peak in the open. Even if it gets a southern shift, again it's in the open. If you take a northern shift, again it's in the open. So you need to rely on manpower rather than gunpower when it comes to Bermuda. So that one team which will be holding off maximum number of people in the end will obviously win.
Yeah.
But one MVP player like Anu can change a lot.
Yeah, but sometimes we have seen, the zone ending towards the clock tower or the factory region.
Yeah.
So that gives you a lot of hard cover, and we have seen, single players making a lot of difference. It was Reaper in Bermuda where the circle was actually finishing off towards the clock tower region, and that allowed him to survive till the end. And not only survive, he even went away with that booyah that allowed his team to move to the playoffs 3. So I guess a factory end and clock tower end can also replicate what is being done in Kalahari as well. So let's see if that works out for the team. But these are rare cases that come up. We need to go with the usual right now, and the flight paths, they have been very usual today. And the circle as well. We have been seeing a lot of central shifts coming up today.
Yeah. So eventually there is one speculation which I want to bring up over here, and when it comes to the last map of Bermuda, most of the teams will be playing a defensive.
Yep.
Because they want to rely on it. But if you're able to execute one thing, that is, if you're able to go a little offensive, conquering the fear of those who are trying to be defensive, I think that will be one team which will be standing out to make it in the top 3. Looking out for that one team who's going to make a difference over here. Let's jump right into the map. We're going to see the flight path. It looks like from the aerial view that the flight path is almost going to the center, diagonally dissecting it, probably giving a lot of space for the players to jump off in either sides.
Yeah, let's see what happens as the teams. I mean, in the past we have seen a lot of, if you talk about the last few games, we have seen some early fights in Mill and Factory, but I don't think any team will be moving towards the Factory region this time. But the blue zone is being taken at Rimnam Village by the players of Team 9. Let's see how that works out for them. A lot of teams are looking for center, but Clock Tower. Oh my God, what is happening here?
Yeah, it was a huge clutcher which fell over there. It's 1, 3 and 5 who are fighting out at this point of time. It's 1 and 3 who is having the best spot. It's Grim Reapers who are trying to go all in. Anu gets one player down. I think he's going to finish him off as well, but he gets traded off as well. So it's a huge fight which is happening over here. Team 1 suffering equally as team number 3. All 4 players have stood up. It'll be the last player of Shaheek who will be wanting to come in and save his teammate Tamim. I don't know, probably he'll get taken out because all 4 players will be coming in all at a time.
Yeah, Rose is down to 1. They are again fighting for Clock Tower. It didn't work out for them last time. It's not working out for them this time as well. As Grim Reaper, they are making the best out of it. Anu has already taken a kill, so that's going to work out. But Zaidu gets taken out as well. That's Jay doing a lot of damage. Mukhya is already down. Team 5 is down to 2. Team 12 also playing on the edges. It's all happening here. But Team 12, they are waiting for the right opportunity. They are waiting for all these teams to fight out with each other, and then they'll come in, they'll conquer the last team, and they'll take the full control. But I really like how the last player of Rose is playing. Sheikh still surviving till the end, but can he make the best out of it? Can he just go away from here and maybe get a lot of ranking points for his team in the end?
Yeah, they'll need some resources for that for sure. In case they won't be able to get those resources, I think it's going to be really tough. Adil will be the next person who will have to be revived. On the other hand, Anu gets taken out. That's a good trade-off coming over there. If Anu doesn't get revived in the next 2 seconds, he'll be going to dust, and he does get taken off as well. Grim Reapers are also suffering at this point of time. Look at that one team who just suddenly came in. Tamim was able to execute 1 kill and then taken off. Grim Reapers with 4 kills, they would want to play a little defensive from now on.
Yeah, but Anu, taken out early again in this game. This is the same thing that happened in Kalahari, and that dented their confidence too much, and they were not able to do so well. But it's Team 12. We were talking about them. They were waiting for the right opportunity. Now they know, since after reading the kill feed, they would know that yes, all the teams have been taken out. So now they can move in. But it's Vishesh who is doing a lot of damage right now. He'll get one onto Wabab. Damon gets one onto Smokey as well. And Damon, he's not waiting. He's rushing in with his gun. Can he do a 1v3 here? He has Vishesh inside. He goes for that spray. Unfortunately, not able to connect so well, and it's Vishesh who has made the best out of that fight. No cover coming up, but finally they are coming in. Vishesh is the lone survivor. Can he get that revival done?
I think he'll be able to do it, but on the other hand, it's AK Suraj who comes up, does something special, but they'll have to run to Vaibhav, who will be bleeding out and gets taken out as well. A double kill coming in, but Damon is right now bleeding on the floor. Can there be a third party? Nobody close by, so this will be a team 11 with 3 players as well. So eventually Maximus Esports is back to 4 players. I think that'll be a good news for them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good news, and with Starblade coming up, he was one of the players that I was looking forward to in the first Bermuda game as well, and he definitely lived up to his name. This time also he has started off well with that 1 kill, and with Starblade in, I can feel that Maximus Esports will be feeling a lot more confident. But can they use that confidence to a next level? As the players from Team 9 have been spotted, they were trying to go away from Clock Tower, and Team 12, they have an angle over Team 9, but a third party might just come in from the players of Team 3. Let's see how that works out for them.
Yeah, Team 12 right now suffering as they might get sandwiched between two players. Even though they're dividing themselves properly to cluster around team number 9, they are able to execute one shot over there. Amra will be confirmed as well at this point of time. So Team Maximum Esports gets a backstab as well. Petat will be getting taken down. It's 42-47 on the other end, trying to take down one last player of team number 12. He tries to run away, but Sherry gets taken down as well. It's Maximum Esports who's trying to do the best over here. Team number 9 left out with one last player. Can he be dominated? Nope. Yes, he also gets dominated. This is skills counting. This is what I was speaking about. There'll be one team who will be playing a little more offensive and to take down the fear of all the other teams, and then eventually it's team number 12 who is outshining everyone else at this point of time.
Yeah, Maximus Esports, they already have 14 points in the bag. Oh my god, they are redeeming themselves really well. But let's see if they can continue this game till the end, as we are already down to 8 teams and 29 players. This is some other kind of gameplay, but this is something that we have seen in the past as well. As we move down to the last game of any group, these things happen. But it's just that after this level of pace in the first half, then we move on to a slightly smaller second half, or a slightly colder second half, where teams try to go for those ranking points. It's just that now the real fight will start. Now it will start to slow down a little bit, and then in the 4th and 5th circle we'll see a lot of fights. But look at team number 10 in Shipyard. They're still waiting for the they're still looting it out. I don't know if Shipyard is that big to loot for this much of time, but maybe they went into Bullseye and now they are completing their loot. But Maximus Esports, they have surprised me a lot this time.
Yeah, look at the number of teams which are still alive. In the previous match, we had 8 teams alive on the 4th or 5th circle. By the end of 1st circle, we already have only 8 teams alive, and most of them have 4 players each. So Maximum Esports right now dominating. You can easily see that they've taken 1 team and a half, and they're still making it count. On the other end, they're able to set their eyes on one other team. It's going to be team number 3 who will be next to be taken down. Jai running in the open will be getting shot over there. He uses the chrono shield, but won't be able to hold it for Soft. Oh my god, very good headshot coming in from there. I think that was the only opening over there which was found out, and Jay gets cleared off as well. It's PSPK who's putting the best use of SVD which we can ever see in this game.
Yeah, Maximus Esports maximizing the damage right now as Grim Reaper is doing the damage control. They are trying to move out of this region, but that's not happening as Kalu, he's going all in here. Tyler has been spotted. A lot more shots connected on Tyler. He's on very low HP. He'll get taken out. And we were talking about a 15 kills booyah. Maybe Maximus Esports was hearing that. Maybe they want that, as they already have 10 kills. They have made it to top 7. Can they go in with those 50 points?
Yeah, I think they will come up with something huge. I had predicted this if I'm not wrong. Grim Reapers is one team which can bounce back very clearly. I think it was Grim Reapers which I told, and if I have told this, Grim Reaper is going to get a video in their name for sure from my end. But Divide and Rule on the other end, who are playing it really safe against team number 2, who's in very close proximity with them. Let's see if Divide and Rule will be able to survive, because Maximus right now, they're making their, offensive radius so big. If anybody comes into those radius, I think they'll be taking them down. Like, it's like a tree cutting off every now and then.
Yeah, Team 2 and Team 7, as they are in very close vicinity. But you talk about this. If you look at the distribution of Team 7, they have an off angle in Anurag. On the other hand, Team 2, they have put in all their numbers in the same house. But on top of that, they are not holding the same angle. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. And since the distribution is like this, I feel that they are stopping other teams from moving in, because they are holding 4 different windows. Yes, it will allow them to stop other teams. But if any team can close in on them, a few grenades here and there, and they'll get the job done. Shawbaz, if you talk about him, he already has an eye over the players of Team 2, and now they'll process this information. Zidan has already been sent in, and I feel that Team 7, Divide and Rule, they'll wait for the circle to push them in, and after that maybe they'll fight it out with each other. But a fallback is always on the cards in fights like this, when teams, even if they know each other, even if they are not, then also if they are not rushing in, I feel that a fallback is always on the cards.
Yeah, as you were speaking about fallbacks, we can see Stone Crushers who are trying to make it a little more safer. They have got 4 kills. They are playing the defensive-offensive strategy where they want to hold it off. They've got 4 kills. They're like, okay, this is enough for us. Let's retain this. Let's fight out in the final circle, as team number 12 right now having a little bit of a suffering, as team number 8 are executing some lead against them. They take down 1 player as well, and probably 2 players have gone down as well. It's going to be team number 12 who will be suffering most of the casualties. There's going to be Starblade, the last player who's going to come out in the open, might be getting spotted out as well. Lone Suhail is also getting shot from somewhere far away. It's going to be 7, it's going to be 2, it's going to be 12. All of them are fighting against one another. This could bring out a huge outcome as Maximus is trying to steal one more kill, which is coming closer to them.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about this Maximus Esports maximizing all that damage and looking for a 15 kill booyah, but it's not, you know, happening right now as they are down to the last player, which is going to be Starblade, I guess. Let's look at that as well. But the danger zone, it's on Pochinok. It has 2 of the players inside, but a beautiful spray comes in from Zidane. He'll get rid of Pawn to Rush, but I guess the confirmation won't be coming in just because the kind of cover Team 2 has got. So the revival will be coming in. Alone just has been confirmed as well. That's Starblade. I mean, even if he's the last player, he's still fighting till his last breath. But Divide and Rule rocking 4 people, that's going to help them till the end. Rock Beats gets a few shots connected on Lucky, and the confirmation will be arriving at the same time. But the rush is also arriving on the last player of Maximus.
Yes, there's going to be a beautiful SVD shot which comes in over there. Starblade will get cleared out. I think that'll be the last player confirmed over there from Maximus. They'll be aced out, if I'm not wrong. On the other end, it's Anurag and Bag, the 2 players who we should keep our eyes on. Over here, the Chrono Shield being damaged completely. They might get taken out. Look at the shift of guns, which is really important over here. Destroy it and then go all in. And that is what Anurag is doing. He's using the best of Paraffil as well. He's able to connect some more shots over there. And he takes down a player as well. He's going to confirm Lucky anytime soon. Over here, Lucky. There is a lot of luck which is coming up to team number 8. But they couldn't execute it well. And they get eliminated. One player gets eliminated, leaving back only 2.
Yeah, I really like the fight from them as well, because even if all the 4 players were in that same cover of a tree, then also they were fighting it out. Then also they were coming up with some peaks that actually suppressed the rush for a little while, but it was not enough to suppress the rush completely. So that allowed Team 7 to get 1 onto Lucky. But I wouldn't have been surprised if the whole of Team 8 would have been eliminated there. They have survived with 3 players, so that's something that they would appreciate. But now Bhag Mota will go in for that revival. It will be coming through. But on the other hand, if you talk about Team Alone, they were looking really good in the last game. Specifically, if you talk about Just, he was playing it out beautifully, but I guess he has been taken down early in this game, so that's going to put up a lot of pressure on that team. But Team 7, I guess they're looking for a fight with the last 2 players of Alone, since they must have read the kill feed just a while ago, and they know Alone is not spotting the 4 players, so they have an advantage, and they are trying to put that advantage to good use. But Team 2 coming in from the other edge, they can act as a spoiler here.
Yes, I know. But over attack, I'm seeing them really calm over here. It's obvious they want to go in for those final standings. If they come in the top 3, they know that they're really safe. Those 10 points can save them easily. But Divide and Rule on the other end, they have to come up with something new right now. Otherwise, Alone boys will want to execute something bigger, because they are not far away as well. The points table is closing up as the kill points are being added up. Alone boys, Aman going in a little overconfidently. Suhail will have to rush in for cover. Suhail will have to rush in for revival, but will be spotted as well. Bach comes in. There is no stopping this man. Once he set his eye on someone, he clears them out no matter what.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Since Divide and Rule, they had 4 players standing. They were waiting for this right opportunity, and it has come in. And as soon as they got that knock, it acted as a catalyst for them to rush in and go with the victory. We are down to the top 5 teams and 19 players who will be fighting it out in the second zone as the UAV comes in on the players of Team 6, Team 2, Team 7. As Team 11 is also rotating from the other side, the airdrop comes in. Bhag Motaya, I guess he'll be the guy who will be enjoying the luxury of taking that airdrop. Bhag Motaya still in open. This guy has been, impressing me from the first game itself. The kind of gun game he's carrying, it's amazing how well he can execute those shots. And with the luxury coming up with that, if you talk about the airdrop, that's going to help them gain a lot of loot and gain a lot of confidence as well.
Let me bring your attention to the other corner of the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be only 5 teams alive, out of which 4 teams have 4 players left out. Maximum Esports have done most of their work. They've eliminated a little early on. I don't know whether that'll be enough for them to move on into the next phase, but look at where the zone has happened. This is the 3rd zone, and most of the teams are already eliminated. So eventually, if everybody gets eliminated before the 5th zone, we can see some rush happening from that one team, which has the maximum number of men. For now, let's see. Over attack on the other end, they are also called in some drops. It's gonna be Black who will be taking in some as well. Crushers on the other end. They have enough number of loot, and this is one team which relies on close battle. In case they have good number of glue walls, I think they'll be able to execute something good at the end of the day.
Yeah, and if you look at Stone Crushers, yes, they are looking for the central position right now. And there is one more thing. If you talk about the teams who are surviving right now, all of these teams teams, they have not taken an initial fight. If you take out one team, all the 4 teams are still down to 0 kills. So that tells you the complete picture. Teams who have been rather passive in this game, they have survived till the end. They have gone for those top 5 spots. But it's just that at the end of the day, both things matter a lot, and whoever gets those, a good mix of kill points and ranking points, they are going to rank up on that ladder. As Ritesh is looking for a few shots here, it's going to be Rana coming up with a lot more, connecting some damage. But Ritesh, one good grenade and he'll be out as Thunderbolt. He's looking for an opportunity on to Zidane. Zidane on the other hand is also trying to gain some more intel for his team to feed. But All Stars Esports, I mean, this is one of those teams who like to take a lot of early fights, who like to take those kills early in the game, but they're still down to 0 kills. This is something I'm totally surprised by this.
Yes, but this is where all the resources come into play. Just imagine in case All Stars or even team number 7 had some kind of a grenade with them. They could have used those grenades and made the best use of it, but eventually they do not. Team in number 11 coming in all in. They're making sure that they're going to make Team 7 pay at this point of time. Team 7, oh my god, Team 7 with an amazing backup coming in. I think this is going to be a fight to the finish for Team 11, as most of the players have got down and one last player is trying to run away, but Zidane is not letting it happen. He's using that shotgun. He's chasing him out. He's making sure that Bag gets taken down in between all these things, but doesn't matter, as because there's another team that is born to... I don't know who's coming in. It's a huge mess which is happening over here. As we are speaking about what's going to happen, Rana will be the last player. He's still playing the Tom and Jerry game. He's still playing cat and mouse game, but eventually gets taken down by Shabazz. And they over here, the most important thing which happened with Divide and Rule is that Bag getting eliminated.
Yeah, Bag got eliminated in that fight, and they have lost a player as they are down to 3. But it's Team 10 coming in from the other edge of the circle who can dominate this game completely. They have no one to stop them, and they have the complete zone advantage as well. AK Demon on the other hand coming up with that VSS. He has play inside. Yes, he'll get that knock. Ashish gets one onto Black as well. Ashish gets that confirmation. That's amazing coming in from Stone Crushers. They are taking every player down. Jaguar, the next man in, who's receiving the damage. I mean, even if they are popping up all those glue walls, it's still not helping him survive. Some more shots taken by Ashish, but Stone Crushers, they are on a roll right now. They are inside the circle. They have the hard cover. On the other hand, if you talk about Jaguar, TH squad, they are struggling. They are struggling really.
Yeah, Damon is confirming one by one. Damon is making sure that he gets every 2 points for his team. Stone Crushers comes out with 6 points. This is going to show that the points table, when it's pop out, we both are going to scream oh, because there's a lot of other teams who are fighting it right now. After a lot of days, after a lot of observations, I'm able to see DJ Alok coming into play as well. The ability of DJ Alok being very well used over here by team number 7 versus team number 6. Anurag has the grenade launcher.
No.
He doesn't connect it properly and gets taken out as well. This is Stone Crushers comes up with 10 kills. This is the second team with the most number of kills. I think they'll want to finish it up because the Lucky Boys right now don't have enough number of kills. They would want the kills of all the other players right now, but they're playing for the placement points. If have Lucky Boys enough number of points to make it to the top 3, we'll wait and watch what's going to happen there.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen as Team 6, they are struggling outside the zone as well. Team number 10, they still have 4 players standing. They have very good angles to the name. Let's see how that works out for them. On the other hand, if we talk about Born to Rush, he's playing for those points right now. He's playing for those ranking points, and Team 6, the patience runs out on their part. But, you know, they need that zone. They need that hard cover to their name.
Yes.
On the other hand, we have Damon coming in from the other side, but it's Mehul with that car who can be very lethal. We have seen what snipers can do. He goes for the shot. He connects as well. Mehul connects another, but Damon has made it into the zone, and that's going to help his team gain this victory. Let's see if that happens as Team 10, still with 4 players, they have their eyes set on Ashish.
Yeah, but on the other end, I saw Ashish or Suraj, either of them have a grenade launcher in their hand, and if that comes into play, I know that Lucky Boys are going to be in huge trouble. Even though the zone is going to matter a lot, they'll eventually have to regroup over here. But I see Damon, I don't know who's got the grenade launcher. I'm still hoping to see that come anytime soon. On the other end, it's going to be, yes, that's the grenade launcher which comes into play. It's Damon with the grenade launcher. He's able to see, he's able to execute one. He gets one knock over there. There's 3 more players standing in. One more grenade launcher, doesn't connect at this time. Team 6 have a chance of pushing in against team number 3. Most of the players of team number 10 are behind glue walls, can be taken out with 1 grenade at a time.
Yeah, it will be down to the last zone. The more space you have, the more chances you have of victory, as Jigs with that Scar doing enough damage on the players of Team 6. One more grenade can get the job done here, as we are down to a 4v3 fight. Lucky Boy still 4 players standing, but they only have 1 kill. That's something that they would really need to look into. If they can get this booyah, they'll be having 4 kills in their bag. But Suraj is trying to rush in, and that grenade launcher, we have seen what that can do. We saw how little it can prove, as all of Team 10, all of Lucky Boys, they are trying to rush in. They can see the line. TKR trying to Neil gets taken out. Jigs goes down as well. Wish is on very low HP. He goes down as well. And that's a complete disaster for them, as it's going to be Team AK. Stone Crusher going away with that booyah, going away with all those points. Even if the numbers were not in their favor, they have made sure that, you know, the skills are in their favor, the strategy is in their favor. 14 kills, that's 28 points. And on top of that, a total of 20 points from booyah. That's going to be a total of 48 points. You know, 48 points from just one game. We were talking about 50 points. 48. Let's see if they are enough.
Yeah, Stone Crushers, there's one more team which is fighting behind them. It's going to be Maximus Esports. They've got another 10 points, another 5 coming in from the placement points. There's going to be 25 points from them. If they're there somewhere at the top, it's well and good. But the new teams which have dominated over here, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, it's really important for you to execute your strategy so well that you exactly know how it goes. And you have to come up with something new to get this as well. What you have to do is type Elite Gaming and give a small space, then put your in-game ID over there. So once you do this and spam in the chat, you'll be one of those lucky winners amongst the 12 who are going to get 1,060 diamonds every day. And to get more diamonds, all you have to do is subscribe so that you get to know when we are going to come in and call out for those diamonds. Coming back into the game, what do you think is going to be the final result?
I mean, I'm really not sure who's going to go in, just because the fact that, you know, we talked about this. If you get 40 to 50 points, that completely changes the complexion of the points table, and that can come in. But right now it's time for the highlights that are going to come up. Jay started off really well. He got those kills, but it was Anu who was taken out early that hampered their chances of going away with the booyah.
Yeah, I know. Maximum Esports has started off from the beginning. I thought they'll survive till the end, but I don't know why they relied. They were a little overconfident on their offensive power. I can understand that a good offense is a best defense, but I don't know. But it's really important for you to hold back and, you know, be a little calm as well.
Yeah, sometimes you need to know when the brakes should be applied, and it was not the case with Maximus Esports. The kind of start they got, I mean, they would have made big points out of this game. Even if they were around 20 players still alive, they had around more than 10 kills. I guess they had 12 if I'm not wrong. But divide and rule, how well they came back. And then the Starblade, the only player, till his last breath he was fighting, he got that kill, but unfortunately the numbers were just too much for him to defend himself, and he got taken out as well. But the kind of play that was shown by divide and rule in this rush, they got the knock, and it actually, you know, pushed them in that yes, we can do it. They rushed in, they eliminated All Stars Esports. But this is where things got interesting. 3v4 converted to a 3v3, but the revival was very quick coming in from LB.
Yeah, I thought that the grenade launchers will come into play as soon as the players rush in, but none of them could execute it, because it's really important for you to understand where to land that. Damon was able to execute it. He was able to take one player down, but if he had put that grenade at a spot where 3 people have clustered up, I think that could have been a big opening for them. But eventually the best team has come out winning over here. See, what is most important for us right now is going to be the MVP.
Yeah, it's going to be Suraj from Stone Crushers going away with 6 kills and 1450 damage. I won't be surprised if we see the second position get a lot more damage than the first player, because that has happened throughout the day. And 6 kills and 1450 damage, that shows you that sometimes we see players going away with 3000 damage but still struggling to get 4 to 6 kills. But that's happening today. Starblade coming up with 5 kills and 2157 damage. This is something that I was really looking forward to. Starblade was not present for his team Maximus Esports in the Kalahari game, and that showed in their gameplay. Right now, with him coming back, they were able to get a lot of kill points. Unfortunately, the strategy was just not good enough for them to move in, but Damon also making it a top 3 from Stone Crushers.
Yeah, I know. Stone Crushers over here making each of it count. They've got 14 kills on the board here itself. Coming behind them is going to be Maximum Esports with 9 points. So as you had already predicted, the second and the third players have more damage than the first one. So that comes up to show that they are going to do most of the work, and there's going to be one player who's going to be a little calm. He knows now the damage is done. Now let me put my firepower over there. And it was well executed. But one big question for you over here is this. Which is that one team you'll be disappointed to see them get eliminated?
Yeah, it will definitely be Maximus Esports. Okay. Because I don't really know what happened to Starblade in the second game. But if he was there, I would have, I would still think that yes, they are going to move in, because you could see the difference in the gameplay. When you are 3 men standing, they were a lot more passive. All the 3 players trying to survive till the end. It was a battle for survival. Rather than this time, it was just an all-in game. And even in the first game, if you look at it, they were very close to going away with that clock tower region. Unfortunately, it was just a 1v1 fight at the end, and they were not able to defend it. But again, they showed the confidence. With Starblade coming back, even if they lost this place in the first game, they were very quick to come back in the third game, and they won it. And they won it with huge advantage.
Yeah.
8 to 10 kills from this place itself, and that too with only losing 1 player. That tells you the kind of influence he has on his team. And look at Maximus. Look at Maximus.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. 11 kills in their pocket. Another 5 points. I think they ended up with in the 4th or 5th position. That's why they're able to execute more. They've got 8 points as the placement points. Divide and Rule coming right behind them with 25 points. The one team which has a huge shocker for me is going to be All-Star Esports. They have not got any kind of kill point.
Yeah, but
they
still
played so defensive, but they were only able to get 12 points. Do you think it's enough for them to retain their spot, or will they be in the top 3?
I feel that they will be in the top 3 just because of the kind of performance they have put in the last 2 games. But we saw All Stars Esports in the top 5 in the last circle. So I was really looking for them, because if you have 2 to 3 players till the end,
look at what has
All-Star Esports,
happened.
8 points, 8 points.
So Stone Crushers coming up. Did I predict that Stone Crushers could play something like INDO in the previous game?
Yeah, I mean, it was very good coming in from them. Was it Stone Crusher or Maximus Esports? But I'm not really sure. But still, Divide and Rule,
so
completely ruling.
Yes, Divide and Rule taking it off with 19 kills and a lot of placement points, making it in the first place. Stone Crushers coming right behind them. That one performance of 50 points have brought them over here at the second spot with 21 kills, 77 points, and its over attack to have come behind them. As we were speaking about the loss of it's Grim Reapers, it's Maximum Esports, it's All-Star Esports are the teams which is going to be, we're not going to have a good sleep tonight. Because even though having the good pace, the good game, they couldn't hold it back.
Yes, if you talk about Stone Crushers specifically, they only had 29 points after the first 2 games, but going away with 48 points, that was amazing. It's going to be Divide and Rule, Stone Crushers and Overtack advancing to the league stage. And Stone Crushers, this team has completely surprised me. If you talk about the first 2 games, 28 points, so that's an average of 14 points in both the games, but then a 48-pointer in the third one. This is what we were talking about before the game started. I mean, the teams at 4th, 5th, 6th position, they were 2 behind the first 3 games. But it's just that we talked about this 48 to 50 points in one game, and you can just skyrocket in the top 3. And even if you didn't have, 14 on an average, if you only have 14 points in the first 2 games, it kind of tells the picture that you're not going to qualify. But one good strategy, one good execution, and you can move in. And that's what Stone Crushers did today.
Congratulations for all 3 teams. Guys, this is going to be the end of the playoffs. Next, it's going to be league stages, which is going to come up in front of you guys. League stages, there are going to be 6 invited teams. That is what I've been told. There are going to be 6 invited teams. And also speaking more about it, it's going to start from next Friday, guys. It's going to be next Friday. Tune in next Friday. Best thing to do is subscribe to the channel. Even if you forget it, you'll be popping up. It's going to be Friday on the 29th. Probably it's going to be 29th. So it's going to
everything will be available on our Instagram, on our YouTube channel as well. So make sure you are subscribing and following those pages.
And let us know what we are doing. You can find me at caster.arka. You can find him at Dinkar.
I am Dinkar.
I am Dinkar. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Meet you again in the next stream.